Really?
Yeah, because like, you know, I had it for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
So it was like I never actually got it dry
The
clean.
form,
so
like,
it was like, you
loses,
know, it
yeah.
was, like the collar now is like crisp, whereas like before it was like
It was just like,
yeah, and like so I was like, well, I was like, oh, like maybe breakfast. Just take these.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of did it, and I was like, I put it on today. I was like, wow, like this shirt's way nicer than it was. All it took was a dry clean.
That's huge.
Yeah, because I was like, I just need to get all my dress. I actually like get more. I want to get more clothing for this. To be honest.
Yeah. In the winter, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
Because you need less
today I was like,
pieces.
it's way too fun. I was like, I'm wearing a short sleeve, don't care.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I know. I definitely want to like. You should go to the thrift stores. Like, got here.
Yeah.
I'm not a big like. I really don't like to wear like Hawaiian shirts almost. Like, you know, too graphic of stuff. Like,
There's too much going on.
It's this, but it's like.
And it never
pointy
matches with the other guy.
Yeah, and it's like a big like casual. Like this has a couple lines and dots, but that's it. It's not.
I just think like it's so easy to find shirts that like straight up barely fit,
Yeah.
but you can put a jacket over it and it looks great.
Oh yeah.
That's what like the thrift stores are really good for. Especially like you can get a jacket that's like way too long, and they also would never know. It's just like you literally just have to find like decent sleeves and decent like shoulder, and you're good.
I know.
Keep your
I
arms
think
down.
it's my jacket. I want to get it like fitted more. Like it fits me, but like I said, it's a little too long. But like it's a nice shirt, so I use it for a while. So
Yeah.
I just get like those my pants tailored, and then I'd be like fine. But at least like nice stuff.
Right. No, I totally hear that.
But the underneath that I would just like fine, just like various.
Yeah.
shirts.
Which again is like so easy to find at a thrift store and just wash real quick. Oh, they're each like $2.
Yeah, exactly. It is fun. Shit there anyways.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun. Dude, furniture shopping has been fun too. It's so nice to have my own like apartment. No, same apartment. It was weird though, because I moved out. I gave up the place. I was like, well, I'm back on the wait list. And then they were like, you work for housing. Like, you left your house to work for housing. We should be able to get you up the wait list at least a little bit. So I go talk to the guy, and I'm like, can you move me up the wait list? He's like, looks like we didn't give your house away, so you can have it back. So I'm like drilling into my own spackle, putting the same shelves up. So the place looks great, but it was like nobody's for 2 months. No, I found another guy to move in with me because Mason moved out.
Yeah.
So it was a good gig too. Because yeah, I was like, I don't want to find someone to like cram in last minute. Because whoever hasn't already found themselves a house is like kind of a mess. Because they gave you free housing in the summer.
Yeah.
So you have to find something to get back in. But no, all set up now. It's a good gig. Him and I are doing great. We'll probably have like a housewarming thing like this weekend or something. Yeah, it'll be cool.
That's awesome. That's nice. That's like best case.
Yeah, honestly.
I know it's just funny stuff like that because you're like internally like
Yeah,
like your anxiety starts like
for real.
and then like it's done in like a day and you're like
Yeah, because I literally walked in, he was like, looks like we still have it, so you can have your house back. Here's the keys. And I was like, suddenly, like, you walk back and all the smells are back. I know, I was like, yeah, for real.
yeah, I know.
But yeah, it really was like, oh, I'm homeless.
It's like, oh, where I live. No, that's fair. That's nice.
Where you at now?
I'm at Rockets. I wait till my calls against my last one. I was thinking, this is 2 years. This is my half. That's too long.
Yeah.
Actual house. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you, but it's time for me to go.
Right.
So, we'll do that. That's
Which is good.
I was still looking at obviously a little bit, but I'm not. There's a lot of other things I need to do first. That might fall asleep.
Oh my goodness. I have class I'm so worried about. It's 9 a.m., so it doesn't matter how exciting it is, I'm tired. I'm going to be having coffee like every morning probably.
Is it for me?
It's in person. It's with this dude with a crazy Russian accent. And
That
it's
early?
bro. It's a good thing I already know all the words, but if this was like anything new, it'd be a disaster. But it's electromagnetic theory. So he's describing like electromagnetic fields. So like Calc 3 is your bread and butter.
God, yeah.
There's so much Calc 3. Today was just like a quick overview of matrix calculation, div, grad, curl, all that stuff. I mean, it's gonna be intense for sure.
Yeah, I know. The nice thing is my 9 a.m. I didn't really look at it at the time. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I registered for class on Friday
Yeah.
because yeah, that's the classic.
Yeah.
But I did it, and obviously see like when you're fucking. It was really nice. It was crazy. The sociology advisor, she is the greatest human being on the planet. Like I literally met her and I emailed her that morning because I have to go ring thing or 7 to 9 because I'm not going literally.
No.
And so I showed her that and she literally gets back to me in an hour and she's like, yeah, we meet today.
Yeah.
I won. I go, yeah.
Dude, that's
so
huge.
I had a conversation with her and I sent her classes Friday and now I'm like, I had a 9 a.m. and I was like, fuck. And I was like, remote. And I was like, wait a minute.
Wait,
And I
hold
was
on.
Like, Brandon, we're a little
We
smart,
can work
aren't
with
we?
this. Yeah,
Like,
no.
waking up for 9 a.m. at your house is way easier.
It's a little scary though, because I had blackout curtains and I would like stay up way too late.
That's
so I'd
fair.
roll out of bed at 9 a.m. just far enough I could turn my PC on, like log in to whatever,
Yeah, but
and fall right back
dude,
to
the
sleep.
thing today is everyone had webcams on.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck. And I was like, I gotta get on webcam if everyone else is on webcam.
Yeah, I gotta put a
Thankfully,
shirt
I
on.
got a new webcam though.
Ooh.
And it's. Welcome to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting it from the Boise State Esports Arena. And welcome to the Esports Tower Valorant Rumble. Tonight we continue our Esports Tower Summer Invitational with some of the Round 5 action. The Barracudas are looking to turn things around for our first match of the night. I'm your host, Brandon Red Hot's Cozy Ansik, and joining me to call the action is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith, and I am very excited to be back in the arena, Greg. And of course, not only back in the arena, but we're back to the Esports Tower. And you know, the one cool thing about Esports Tower we've always seen is, especially since we're starting a little bit later than we usually do in terms of like the round 1 or anything like that, is we've seen these players get so much better through the season. So like sometimes they'll have rough starts, you never know with the team, but when it's at this point in the round 5, you never know who's going to take a win.
It's true. Yeah, no, seeing them just grow over the last couple weeks has been crazy. I mean, how fast they can grow in a couple of stages is remarkable.
Yeah, and it's always fun because, you know, we don't know how much these guys practice or anything like that. Obviously, they practice outside of the stuff, but there's nothing other than practicing in a real game match, right? I mean, you could try so many different things in terms of strats and stuff like that, but of course, once you get into it, it is a different story. And of course, this is the Summer Invitational for Esports Tower. It's an invite-only tournament, and it features only 4 teams of the best players in Esports Tower. How it worked is each team was designated to create exciting and competitive matches. The round-robin games will be best of 1, and each round of the Valorant games are on the same map. So round 5, it seems like it'll be on Ascent, which is a very fun map in general, to be honest. We do love Ascent and all the things you can do with that.
Yeah, it feels like one of the like keystone maps now. Has a decent set of everything that you could be looking for.
Absolutely, and of course we have Doc's Keys of the game, which in Valorant you want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, count cards, call abilities, and click heads. This is presented today by Esports Tower. Scroll for advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Make sure to check out Esports Tower. And of course, you know, we're going to get right into it. This is round 5, and of course, this is the Lynxes versus Barracudas. And this is on Ascent. I think all these maps are on Ascent, which is really cool. And of course, we can check out these amazing offer from the Vitamin Shop with that QR code right on your screen. Vitamin Shop has everything a gamer could need. Scan the QR code, of course, again, to check out their latest products. So check that out. And one thing I do want to kind of mention to you is we've seen a lot of team comps on this map. We've seen like KJ, we've seen the Sage. Obviously, we saw the Chamber and stuff like that. What do you kind of look for in terms of like those agents and what you think the roles are in which scenarios?
Honestly, I'm kind of looking to see what kind of versatility we can get on this map. You know, we're going to see all 4 teams
get their own kind of take on this map, which is really cool because like I obviously have my own like favorite kind of runs here that comes from, you know, more traditional look on it because you've been here for a while, but all these teams have the freedom to really run this map however they want to. Looks like we have a little bit of a mirror here, but we've got a lot of freedom going on. I love seeing Fangzy on the chamber right here. I think he gets a lot of use out of that utility. I would love to see some more KJ play here, and it looks like we're going to get KO from Zushi.
Yeah.
Some fun picks here, actually.
And that's what I was kind of talking about with the Sentinel pick. I think Sentinel pick is very versatile in a sense. We've seen the stage work out very well. We've seen the Killjoy, and we've seen the Chamber. So I think all three work out. The biggest thing that I really enjoy nowadays is the Fade versus Sova. Because they are so intertwined in terms of they're so interchangeable as well, right? We've seen so many different players just like, all right, I'm a Sova player, I'm a Fade player. We've seen both sometimes as well, and so I think that's going to be my thing I want to focus this game is the Fade versus Sova value.
Yeah.
And what is kind of getting more value or not.
Something used to be never interesting, but is interesting now. We actually have 2 Jet picks. It feels like people have been picking Jet less and less, which I know is kind of the idea behind the nerfs and buffs that have been coming out recently. But people are staying strong on it like this. This is more of a classic map, and it doesn't have a lot of its own changes. Mostly been character changes that are coming out. So that's an interesting mirror, and I kind of want to see that showdown between those typically top fraggers.
Yeah, and I think she's a really good. Like, obviously, we're in a meta where one duelist is usually more than enough.
Yeah.
And I think Jet does a really good job for teams to be able to really force these attacks on Ascent because of her dash into, like, a smoke.
Yeah.
She works so well with either a Fade Haunt or the Recon Dart from Sova, and then that dropping, and then you dashing into your own smoke.
And dashing into your own smoke to be able to kind of play yourself as a nice, like, spearhead into the map. We're seeing a lot more of that style, especially with these players here. And we'll probably see it later tonight, too. Some, like, Breach and Neon action. Maybe not on this map, but like
combos.
It's been some fast-paced just charging towards the back lines with some of these comps here. So I think these Jets, like you're saying, can kind of go off one-handed and really run into the territory. I'm expecting to see some of that.
And of course, I just really enjoy the KO pick in general on this map. I think KO is just a really cool agent. Little jump peek there by Nick, of course. Always love those jiggle peeks.
Getting right into it. Those jiggle peeks are necessary because the pushes are out. Hidden well on the chase here. Milk gets just barely away.
Oh, God, I'm surprised he got alive there.
Yeah, he really did just kind of turn tail, which I like that. Really gave up that space. Come back another day.
Ends up turning on Nick right there, though.
Blade can't quite get the way from the util there, but he does hide up in the corner. Still owns his kind of mid space. Has got to move back out to try to gain some more, but 2 are ready for it. Already pulling out the jump peaks, and we see the Sheriff coming from Milk. Ooh, almost. There it is.
Does get it, yep.
But goes down in health, and they know it.
I do like Barracudas. This is a big default here. Like, this is like a definition of a default right now.
It does, but they're playing it well.
Yeah.
They're moving up nice and smooth.
And you see Chamber on site here. Oh, good peek.
Good reply.
Ooh, good trade though by Mini to really get that back from him.
Yeah, that's, I think, the first time we've really seen a quick one-on-one from playing off the contact. Now, we're already got some sight control here. A, owned by the Barracudas. They're moving in solid, looking for that plant. Did make some noise, and they're turned towards him twice now. They've got to be ready for him. Milky's watching from the top, trying to take this retake. Checking the typical angles. He heard the reload noises, though. Almost saw that muzzle.
Gotta be careful, though, because about main.
Last player standing.
Too good.
Okay, 1v2.
They know where he's at there, no.
One in hell, one main. Good. That's a great peek right there. That's the one thing you kind of want to do there is making sure that you don't lose that 1v2 scenarios, because there's so many times where you're in a 1v2 and next thing you know it's a 1v1 because you're isolating yourself.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing in those 1v2s is to be, aware of, hey, it's a 1v2, wait for my contact, and then peek. And that was a great job.
It's right. It's right. Yeah. Using your 2 people is the only time you get bait and switch options. It's the only time you get, like, to be able to work a 50-50. So, it can be in your utility. You can have 2 people, but it's not really a 1v2 unless you guys work together. Absolutely.
And I just want to say that Barracuda's default right there was textbook right there.
We saw
the lurk from Chamber into A main right there, and then a couple mid players, one playing B main just in case they get a little too aggressive, and I think it was a great job. So
it looks like it's going to be a little bit more spread out here. Barracudas have their spike in pocket on B, and they're playing a little bit aggressive in the middle here. They're making some noise towards A, just a little bit from the KO.
Hidden holding this mid with a Spectre here.
Indeed he is, and that's quite a distance. You want to get in somewhere. A good reply to the util.
Oh, and great pick by Fang here. Just getting Milk got a little too ambitious there. Probably wanted the ult orb there, is what I would say, but it did have a shorty, so can't do too much off that.
And look at that in their spawn, the shift in the pressure. They've already moved a lot of the Lynx over the A side with that kill, even though the spike is on its way to B, so hopefully this market push can assist from the back.
Going to see no one, so they know at least they can take the space in this area. Something that's not really talked about too much is taking space, but we're going to see a little bit of a fight here in spawn.
Wow, it's a whole skirmish.
Hidden gets one. Oh, nice flash. Doesn't get anyone. Getting more space, though.
Sliding down just a little bit. Zushi can throw a nice pop flash. And whoa, so effective both ways, actually. Calm down a little bit.
We got
Only 6 health. He's so close.
Oh, he saw him, though, I think.
Reload. There it is. By the toes. Thinks he takes Zushi. And they're moving up together. Going to take on this A site. Interesting.
So the Barracudas have actually currently lost 3 in a row right now and are actually last place in this bracket. But the thing is the coaches were saying that they actually had a really good week of practice. And right now, I think it's very much showing. Granted, it's only 2-0, and of course, winning a bonus is different, but it's not even just about that. If you see how they're actually playing attack, they are obviously very calculated right now.
Yeah, and
they slowly take mid, they slowly take marketplace, then to spawn, they're taking all the space so they have nothing to get cheesed by.
Yeah, and confidence is a good part of that. I think, you know, it might not even be what the practice does itself mechanically for them, but just being able to work together, being able to have that confidence to meticulously move right on up. Here is the reply to that confidence, though, by Milk, playing to the Lynx side here, right through the smoke. So much utility coming back. They do not want him pushing out of here. That's just a lot of pressure in mid there, which we talked about. This is a textbook default move up the middle.
I think Ascent mid is probably the most important thing about the game, usually. And I like what they're doing with Fang, though. A lot of people will ask, like, oh, what do Sentinels do on attack and stuff? But Fang's doing a really good job of that. Just playing this little lurker role, making sure they cannot get too much space or too comfortable on the side of Lynx.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about that. Like, you are good with one main shooter here.
Lurker.
Yeah, having lurkers is important, and having Sentinels is really important.
Milk. What is it? They got pretty lucky right there with the Marshall shot, getting right past him. Some good movement as well. But I think he knows they're right there. Oh, does the jiggle. It's a Vandal versus a Phantom here, so it's a little bit of disadvantage. Nice shot,
Good catch. Milk is doing well not playing aggressive.
Yeah,
he knows they're on the Lynx clock. There's not a huge sight threat. He doesn't need to be moving anywhere.
I also like the aggression with the dash up, because then at that point you can play aggressive. Because it's so hard playing mid sometimes because there's so many different angles. Does have the C's available. Probably knowing they're going to look for this B main here.
Yeah, Lynx is staying very steady. They start to feel the pressure here on the side. Ellie just got to start making their moves. Ooh, catches one excellently. And Milky's and Nick to back it up, finding their one for a flawless from the Lynx. And we could have expected a win from the Lynx side on this save, but that was a pretty big one.
Yeah, I mean, I think right there, Barracudas, and you're in that place, you're more or less saying, hey, let's get as many as we can. If we win the round, that's great. But I think the biggest thing is obviously just getting a couple that you can just go with.
Right.
So some great job by Milk, just kind of holding down the mid area. Little C's there into the. He was overkilled by quite a big margin there. But
definitely.
Knowing that they have that in their sleeve, it's pretty good. But this is like the first real round of like the half, I like to say, where it's just,
oh, meticulous.
And a lot of times you don't really expect the attack off a lot of the time. But I think if you're a comfortable Jet, that's the advantage that Jet has over Chamber and stuff like that, is it's so much easier to offensively off on Ascent.
I mean, you've got that Jet get out of jail free card.
Exactly. But we're going to see kind of a little bit more slow play here from the Barracudas. We're seeing a little more overload on A this time, though. Usually been, taking a lot of that mid control, but they haven't really pushed out of A main. And if you look at the actual map, Lynx is not playing on site.
No, they're not. They're playing very back of site, and I wonder if that's because they know, hey, they're playing the numbers game here 4 to 5. They've got to back up. They've got to be closer to each other.
If Lynx just swapped the op because that Jet doesn't have dash, that is one of the most. That's a great heads up play there.
It is. It's a big thinker.
You know that the Chamber's gonna get a lot more value out of that by playing aggressive angles. They're having to delete entry because of that. That's smart.
I like this.
Okay, here we go. Good attack. Doesn't flash.
Saw the hair there.
But they're already on site. They got a lot of space here.
Delete just being the intimidation. It's not going to be enough. Milky does get a dink. Yeah, Hidden finding their one, and Nick replying on Alice. Just got to keep playing Zushi, watching the angles here. Sees one. Wow, good response to take Hidden. Nick finding their second on minis.
Yeah, safe. I think it's probably for a Vandal here.
So close on time.
They haven't actually planted the bomb
No,
yet.
but they did drop it. This is going to be a rough one to grab.
Wow, that was a really good retake from Lynx there. The biggest thing that I do want to say is Zushi getting the space in terms of just walking all the way across Cat right there, like, you know, the little heaven area, is insane because the moment you get to the very left side, they have to look at left, right, and then they also look at their tree.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's just way too hard to hold all those angles.
Yeah, forcing them to multitask really did great work there.
Because the biggest thing is if you're forcing someone to be way too cognizant of two angles, you can't, you know, it's going to be so hard to actually play those two angles.
And even if they can, you have a mechanical advantage.
Exactly.
You're looking at the wrong one.
Yep. And that was a great flank as well from the Omen playing in that tree room, making sure they have that, you know, flank area there. Oh, Milk has an op now too, though. And we're going to see a pretty decently B push. I'd love to see the KO ult onto site here, just because KO ult has that pressure that just makes it so easy to actually engage. But it looks like Delete is going first instead.
And a good thing Barracudas are moving quickly here. Lynx has already cleared out A and set someone there. Oh, Ellie barely taking one through the gates there. Beautiful. Mini replying onto Milky's. Nick here trying to move up.
But Barracuda's made a good good play there, because if you don't go fast against a KJ, it's way too hard to take.
Yeah,
Thanks,
a little
holding
bit
this.
of a shot here in the middle.
Oh, the crouch
Wow.
peek, man. Wow.
But you see the knee ahead of time. A little scary.
This is like the big new meta kind of thing is crouch peeking. People love doing it, and it throws people off. And let me tell you, it works way more than you think it should.
Interesting.
Okay, good haunt. Doesn't actually see anyone though. Gonna Prowler out, gets shot.
Got the knives out
Lee gets
too.
picked though. They're running out of time though. Lynx has to go a little faster here if they want to win this round. They're gonna triple stack on the walkway here.
Yeah,
Or speedway, I
still
think it's called.
one remaining, but like you're saying, just low enough on time.
Oh,
If they want money for outros, that's their only reason. Ooh,
Oh
and
my
it might
gosh.
not even get that.
he's a die though. The op. Yep, and that's completely fine in this scenario, right? You want the op to go down at the very
True.
least, and Owen can even maybe get it.
No, a little too far.
And I thought Lynx's had a really good retake in terms of like they were getting the picks they needed to get picked, but I think they just had to go a little faster.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard because, you know, in those scenarios you don't want to go too fast, but you gotta have that little internal clock up there that's like, hey, you know, we gotta go, or at least have someone on the team be like, hey, you know what, someone's gotta say something, you know, stuff like that.
I appreciate the streamlined push right there on the speedway.
Exactly.
But I feel like if they were a little bit more spread, they may have had a better chance of getting down onto the mud faster.
And that's what I think exactly what they're going to do this game. They're probably going to adapt to say, hey, you know what? We had a great retake there, guys. It's going to be a little faster, and let's change it up. So great job there. And we're going to have the Barracudas looking for more of an A overload, but Lynx is responding well.
They were definitely postured that direction as well. Relying a
Yeah,
lot
just like
on
that.
the utility and Lynx. Here
It's
it
on
is.
site.
Just well on site with good
Good
vision.
smokes
Now,
too.
oh, the lead doing
Oh,
excellent.
lot of damage.
Almost got a whole person off there, but yes. A good reply from Nick just to kind of clear space there with the eye on Sheriff.
And listen to
Mini already
Eco
getting
here from
flanked.
Lynx as well.
Oh, a trap on the 50-50.
Yeah,
not to let him get away.
aggression there from Fang, but good punish. Okay, still 3v4 here though. Lynx does have the advantage for the retake. Great KO ult to kind of hold them back.
Looks like you're going fairly well. Nick, not a lot of options here, but still finds one with an assistance. Milk to find there.
the
Two Alice
reload.
replies too well.
Oh man, it sucks right there because just, you know, it happens all the time where you're like, okay guys, let's go, and then next thing you know you're reloading and you just get a little too much ahead of yourself. You know, sometimes you just gotta wait that extra half second there. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest here, like, these attacks, retakes are all over the place. I mean, we've seen a lot of action.
Definitely. It almost feels a little bit chaotic with so much, you know, person switching here.
Because we have Barracudas who did a great job. They instantly went in there. We saw the dash, everything. But then, you know, Lynx decided to take a retake, and they go down to the wire. It's the last 1v1 right there. And unfortunately, it just doesn't win that. But overall, we just love seeing it.
It is, yeah, it's a good just respond to contact, play right after that one and make it in your favor. We're going to see the Tour de Force come out here. Right in the middle. Ooh, what a reply to what's been happening earlier with the
oh my gosh, Fang's
right down
crazy.
the middle. He's just walking right in.
He does kind of check that though with the trap.
Uh-huh.
Because that's how you know that someone's like no one's close. But oh, where's he? Yeah, Fang, great shot. He didn't headshot him.
What a risk though.
Yeah, he does this TP though.
That's true, but
okay. Yeah, great job there. He still has a
so
TP,
aggressive,
but now at
just
this point he's gonna
keeps
be out
walking
of
it up.
But at this point he knows market's clear because he
just
one
cleared
market's
it.
down. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, great flash, but keep shooting. They had a good cross there. There's an off shot that went off as well. You saw that.
out of my way.
Aggressive. Hit was right in. Just gonna do a little cheeky pop flash there. Move around the corner. Milky's caught with a little bit too much eye contact. Did get their one though. He's gonna be the one to take him down and move right on into the site. Someone chasing after them. Atlas gonna get the plant off. Nick, the last one alive, and he's making enough noise they know where he's coming from. They're all
I'd
ready
be
for him
curious to see
there.
their eco though, because it might be worth it just to save.
That's fair. I would like to. And it looks like they're even considering it. They're kind of hanging out in the back waiting for this to go down that 25 seconds.
So you can always play for outros, so I think that's always just kind of the smart thing to do. If you're in a 1v4, we can just get in the corner here and just sit here.
Kind of block off a wall, that's a good call. They're going to respond to it though, so they've got him trapped here.
Oh,
interesting, he
some
did
smoke
not
here
check
soon.
left.
Look at him crouched though. Like, see this?
Yeah.
People just love doing it now.
Ooh,
That's a
this
phantom
guy.
angle, but that's a phantom difference. Just want to let you guys know that.
It lost him a bit of health though. He really can't push into the rest of that, especially with this time.
Yeah.
Looking for Outro's his only chance, but
Oh,
whoa,
wow, nice.
He was ready for him. That crouch peek really paid off there, and he got a free op out of it. Incredible.
That's pretty ideal. Especially for defense, that op is a big deal.
Really it is.
Because it just gives you that one extra layer of holding it down.
Yeah, and that's something we talk about. Oh, the economy, should he save?
Yeah.
You could still gain a lot.
That's true, and that's exactly what they did. I think they just weren't ready. They're kind of like, okay, it's a 4v1. Because, I mean, we've all been there, right?
Right.
It's a 4v1, and you're like, ah.
Oh, it's the same thing. You've always got to take
Whatever.
every shot seriously. Yep.
But it is now, it's still 2 to 5. Barracudas did take that round at the end of the day. Barracudas are doing I think the biggest difference right now is Barracudas are getting a lot of first blood picks.
Yes.
I think most of these rounds you can correlate, okay, they're getting a pick at the very beginning of the round and they're using something with it with the advantage.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you're playing a disadvantaged game.
Yep,
You can back right off and hit anywhere you want with that advantage. The Lynx here have so much advantage in their ult potential. Look at that ult economy.
Flash is quite high, but delete is onside, but it doesn't look low.
Oh! Doesn't get hit for it.
But looks like his teammate's got his back there. Oh my gosh, going right back to each other.
Wow. He even sees it and almost did not have the chance to take it out. Zushi gonna
Oh, he
be
does
the
have
one to
the
tap
Hunter's
it.
Fury though to stop it. That is always one of the things that, you know, is nice to have a Sova as well against Killjoy, is having that option for the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, it's always nice to have that in the pocket. It's
Yep.
nice for a little retake protection, but getting rid of that KJ ult is just so free. Milky's got to watch the long angle. Kind of wants to back
Yeah,
off.
it's
there's
hard
people
here.
underneath them.
Barracudas do have the numbers advantage for this post plan. They're starting to run out of time here as well.
Ooh. Hidden keeps tapping back and doesn't see the one running around,
yeah.
but the lead's got his back covered.
Oh.
Even plays into a second one, almost. No, caught
Last
down
player
with that
standing.
weapon switch. Ellie just cornered entirely. And Barracudas take their 6th round. Excellently played.
And Barracudas are really just kind of doing a great job of just getting on the site.
They are.
I mean, I think the biggest thing about Ascent is it doesn't feel too bad when you're attacking if you can just get onto site. The post plan on Ascent is not bad. But the thing is it seems like Lynx are not playing too on site for this A site, and they're just taking advantage of that. You see Delete just literally dashing into a smoke every time, and it just gives so much space because you have to be aware of it all the time while your teammate comes in main.
Right, that's interesting. A little bit of a 3-2 bend here.
And that's what Lynx are doing now. You can see that KO is slowly going to site, so they actually are playing 2 on site now to kind of hold that back. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think Milk forgot that you could shoot through that. And especially when you get pinged, that's going to be an instant kill right there. Yeah.
Got another wall bangable spots. A little
Seems
bit of
they're
pressure
on
back
eco
to B
as
side.
well.
Off the sites entirely. Lynx are still committing very intently to this
Oh,
mid
he
block.
almost had that. I will say, Barracuda seems to have a crossfire every step they take.
They've got good area control.
Exactly,
between them.
yeah.
They're not double watching areas. Their
Exactly, yeah.
crossfire is well done. Like, these are things that don't happen on accident, too. Ellie, a good util right there.
Wow,
got
yeah.
just a lot of them. Is able to walk away with it because of it. But, man, they're just swarming him. They did have a nice crossfire up, though. Nick's going to find Atlas. Again, has to back off a little bit. They're just firing into the wind here, hoping for more. Turns away, tries to get the paranoia out. That's a rough one. It's all right, though. He was the last one up.
See, Jen is such a mind games character, kind of like Omen as well, just because there's so many times where you throw a smoke down and people are like, they're not in that smoke. And then,
Right.
and then you are in that smoke and you come to the other side and they're not ready for you.
And that's when the game is most exciting, right?
Yeah.
When the checkers moves to chess, when it gets serious.
And it's the thing is it's always a gamble.
Right.
Because like you never know where they're actually watching, right? You can assume like off of okay, this is what they usually do.
Yeah.
But it's still never guaranteed. So like when you push through smokes, it's always scary.
It's definitely a little, yeah. I mean, they just move so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep doing that dart mid.
Consistency's key peek and close it out a little bit. No, they can
And
at least peek that mid.
The thing is, they know that they've gotten picks mid, and it's open now, so they're just going through.
Things he absolutely catches one off guard. Delete going to find one on their side of the field. Starts moving that rotation over because they are getting deep into the site here. Hidden going to hear the noises. Knows they're in the mud.
Okay, Milsman's backside, but I think they know exactly where they are.
Good pop flash.
Oh, I think he got blinded though. Yeah, he did.
Oh,
he's like 1 HP.
1 HP, literally 1 hit.
I almost want to say he's 1 HP, but he actually was 1 HP.
Yes. They're going to get that plant down.
Okay, 3v2. They do have Fade ult and KO ult, and I don't know if you're to have a better scenario than this.
Going to send out another dart.
The only problem is Ellie does not have any prowlers, so that's going to kind of really lower that value of the ult a little bit. It still gets a lot of value, but
That's fair.
Great ping. They know exactly. Oh, great shots there as well. Oh, they got one behind. Okay, now they know.
Yeah, with both suppressed, they can play right into this.
But they're going to run out of time soon. Just, yep. Yeah, it's kind of the thing that we've mentioned where they do a really good job, but it's just taking a little too long.
Yeah, because that ping got the most value when you already had the tail pointing to the boat, and when the suppress got both of them, you knew they were both in there. You didn't have to check that extra angle, and that's kind of what got him a little bit quicker, and that synergy and utility would be a lot easier to find.
Yeah,
they still did exceptional, though.
And of course, the problem always is you can do so well until you're like, we're running out of time. And that's when you have to kind of be like, you start panicking a little bit, you know, like we gotta go. So overall, I think Lynx are doing a really good job. I'm honestly, I don't want to talk this game up yet because I think the swap here is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, especially when we're talking about the value of retake. A huge posture towards A, which has been left pretty open. This could be another big retake game that the Lynx are trying to play here. They've been postured so strongly towards mid. Mid's important, but the site's the name of the game. We've already got 1 or 2 on site. We love seeing that Jet well up on top of Jenny, like they love to be there. Already deep into the grass here, all 5 players, including one right outside for a good little flank guard. Oh, Nick, a quick one. They know where he's at, and they start sending up those. Watch him, takes him down.
Delete does a great job as well. And Delete's doing a fantastic job of really getting that entry in there.
Gonna let this peek come out here, but they've already got a 2-1 set up. Good watching the crossed angles. Ooh, sends out that line.
Here comes the ult, the retake, which is just like what I wanted to see. This time makes more sense because they have a little bit more people.
And he was in
and
a good
Milk
angle
with a
to
great
look up.
flank, yeah.
Excellently done. You gotta be careful when you see that flank guard go down.
Oh, wow. Nice
Delete
shot.
too
Yeah.
quick.
I mean, unfortunately, he doesn't actually get the kill because of the res, but that's what's kind of saying, though. Like, right, this whole defense here, Lynx has had plays like that.
Right.
Where they have a really good retake, they just can kind of fall short a little bit on mechanics or just little small things in terms of like time or something like that. But right there, they popped the KO ult, they went back in there, and they just took it all. They had a great flank, they had great positioning, and right there, there's nothing really Barracudas could do there.
I think that flank was a really big one.
Yeah.
And the missing response from the Barracudas to that flank def, from the flank guards down, gave the Lynx a free one, and so much pressure from the other side.
Okay, we'll see Milk up here. Oh, Delete gets him. Zushi
so close. Zushi also had not.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting for me. I've always said it before, but not a big fan. But yeah, you do whatever you want sometimes.
Delete moving right into another free
Nick
site.
with the kill with the Guardian.
Yeah, impressive.
Little eco demons out here.
Yeah, they really are. The poor man's
This is the last round as well, so.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Nick's going crazy.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. He's looking for that op. Mini.
Okay, it's still
gonna back up a little bit.
3v4. They do have the KO ult though, and the nice pop, so they have a decent amount of utility.
Out for the spearhead here, gonna try to take care of this turret as well as Milky's, which is
you don't want to use the turret
fire. It's true, but they didn't want the spike.
Exactly, so they just killed it with the silence.
Excellently done.
Oh wow.
Okay, Delete was hiding in the shadow and finally found Milky's, which is a good one. They're gonna keep
they got him though.
Yeah, no sweat. Ready for this next one. In a little cheek position.
They still get to plant the bomb though. They have a lot more time.
Ooh, Milk coming in with their knives.
They saw one.
It did seem they don't know the other one's there. Send out a little bit more of a denial as they move into this site. They've got to be quick this time, and they know it. Milk, a good response to this one. Wow, that flash really got them.
Oh, good flash.
Yeah, but it was seen too fast, and pop flash could have been good.
But yeah,
got him on a beautiful little
because your teammate has your right side, so if you just do that, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Dare I say, milk him right out of there.
But like, I mean, I think that's what we're kind of leading up to this entire half is that Lynx is retakes were really good, and I don't think the score was reflecting that.
That's right.
And the last 2 rounds, they really just did well. They executed.
Yep.
And I think they had the right thought the entire time, but it was just the execution, right? So they had really good. You can tell their communication is good because they're setting these things up. They're being patient. And I think the biggest thing here is how they're going to attack, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and tell me what you think, but I feel like a good retake kind of corresponds to or can lead to show a good attack skill.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's essentially the same thing, right? You're taking the site from when people are already on it.
Yeah,
so.
it could be from different directions, but ideally you have a big swarming pinch setup anyways.
Absolutely.
So I'd love to see this score be upset.
Yeah, and I think it's going to really depend on this pistol round. Pistol rounds are really big deals.
They can snowball kind of those first 3 rounds.
Especially this game right here. If Lynx wins pistol round, that's the first step they need to win this game.
Yep, they could take another one after that, and if they do well on the bonus, they could be damaging enough that they take 4th round. And you know, I don't want to sound like a chess master, but
exactly. And so we're going to see the first round, though. Like we said, this is the big starter here. Milk has the dash, but he's still silenced. He's got to dash pretty fast after the silence wears off, or his dash will go out.
Suppression goes down, and they use that dash to get deep in on it, and just gives himself 2 up. So it's the 1v1. They play off it. Look at all this contact. Mini finding there too. Ellie to get one. A few go down. Ellie playing aggressive and catches one right in the middle there. Gonna back right off. Goes in for a fake plant. Gonna try to bait some people from the back. They're not gonna have it. Nick does not come out for it.
Well, gotta be careful though. I don't know if Feng saw him. Oh,
no,
yeah.
Did not see him at all. Was still looking for the hair.
He got really close to it.
Okay,
let's say they know where Nick is though.
They do.
Oh, Ellie saw him.
Ellie and Delete definitely made contact here. They're looking for each other. Oh, the ring around the Rosie is shut down by Nick.
Great job. See, that's what I'm talking about, though. Like, that attack was really good. So the post plan as well. They knew exactly what Nick played a really good cheesy position because he knew it was, you know, it was a 2v2. If he can get that cheese 1v1, it's massive.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. No, I think the Lynx do just have a good communication style here where they end up really cooperating to move the other players around. Their pressure has good understanding, I think. Looking at a 5-8 now, the Lynx have the little gun advantage here with this eco after taking that pistol round.
Absolutely, and it's 5-8, so this is, you know, that's what we're kind of saying, where they should be able to win this buy round for Lynx, because Barracudas are most likely, they are going to be saving.
Lynx are looking to play in an anti-eco-style play. Trying to take out those close angles with AoEs.
Got a lot of utility there, but the thing is Lynx use a lot of utility there, but they're not pushing.
It's true.
So they're not going to have as much for a re-hit. That's what they're kind of posturing to do right now in terms of, like, they might just go re back to A.
Yeah, but they might do the runaway and the walk
back
back
the
slow.
cut noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I do like.
I don't think you saw him right there, though.
There's so much time here.
Good nade here for Jen.
Yeah, Mini replies immediately.
That's a great nade.
Does get caught by Zushi.
Yeah.
The fray. Oh, good eyes. Gets a nice ding. He's going to reply to it with some utility, both of them.
Okay, planning now. Still 4v2. Barracudas obviously should be looking for any kills they can find in terms of their eco.
It's true. A lot of utility to really stop them up here. They already know where each other's at. Zushi has got a bail from the fight. He doesn't get a lot of damage off while he's looking at less than 50 health here, but he's got a lot of, you know, help at the hands.
Yep,
it's hard for them to push out with Milky's watching the long angles. So they kind of have to both do it at the same time. Here, Atlas watching those long angles, but Milky's knows they just have to hang out and add pressure later. Every time they don't peek, they have to keep watching that angle just for fun. Ellie, wow, a little bit of a fight there, but finally comes out alive. And doesn't even need the last 32 health because Zushi steps up to find that 3K. Give the round to the Lynx.
Yeah, and like this is going to be the big round here that we were talking about. They just got to be able to have some big bonus here. Great timeout too. That's one of the things that we kind of got really big into on the latter half of where we left off, the spring semester-ish, is these timeouts. I mean, when you're getting beaten by, so it was like 8-2, I think it was, and then they end 8-4, and then now it's 8-6. You're going to have the momentum kind of slipping away from you. And so you got to really, the thing about what's so nice is 1 minute timeout.
Right.
That's so much time to say, all right, break it up. Like, let's relax a little bit. What are we doing? Especially on a big round like this where they're buying and they're at a big advantage.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I think it's so valuable to do this.
And this gives you like 2 buy rounds.
Exactly.
Just think it really is another ult in the pocket, another
Yep.
utility. You may as well use it whenever you see best. I think this is a good play to use
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
We were just saying it's a pretty big turning point. I would love to see the game flip here.
Exactly. And so it can help both ways as well. But I think the biggest thing is, when you're ahead, you got to call that timeout because you have the lead, but you don't have the momentum.
Right.
So there's just talk about, hey, you know what? It's, some things when that happens, you're not doing the things that you usually do.
Right.
So just talking about it, hey, this is our plan. This is what we're going to go with. You can talk to your coach as well, which is always nice because a coach can come in and be like, hey, guys, this is the one problem we're doing. And, we're running into we're rushing too much. Or
maybe not even one problem because intrinsic to the idea of being ahead but not having the momentum means there's been a turnaround.
Yeah.
Like the other team has accommodated and acclimated to your play style and has changed something. Now the ball's in your court.
Yep.
You have to change something.
Absolutely.
You could have been playing great, but they could have changed.
And here we go. We're going to see with a 1 kind of lurk KO to kind of bait him off here. And there's only 1 person on A, so this is actually working for them.
Yeah, what a bend in the pressure here.
But of course,
if that
Lynx
KO
don't know
goes down, the Barracudas could find out fast.
Yep.
They could easily sprint right past him. Do they have enough people to back up B site? Hidden is not a super strong gimmick here. And
I'm glad he's going back to that. They heard noise on B, but then they didn't hear anything. So I'm glad he's going back to A to hold with his teammate.
Yeah.
Because as we saw last, half, 1 on A is way too hard. It's too much.
It's true.
It's too many angles. But if you have a 1 to kind of trade you off, that's a big ideal. Yep, here comes the smokes. Good dash in here. Milk is back sight. Good run and gun there, yep. That's a use a Spectre right there.
And that's the time to run a gun.
Yep.
They are confident that most of these angles are empty because they've applied the pressure to B. You're going to see that KO move right back in across catwalk.
Hidden did get 2, which is huge because now it's 3v3.
It is. It is huge because that also really stops the momentum of their team here.
Yep. And that's what's kind of talking about with the trades, right? Going that 1 for 1 and 1 for 2, but they did a great job there, and we're going to kind of see how it goes out now.
Spike is down.
Retake scenario here. Yeah, he's going to run on the dash now, though.
Already got the heaven. Now, all of them being able to show their face means playing off contact's more important. So Milk has to be careful here. Ooh, almost catches one through the wall.
Oh, yeah. That one has a really fast kill window if you have to get that.
It's true.
Zushi going to try his best, but I think this is going to be a little too hard for him.
The numbers game was just not played there. He's all alone now. It's going to be difficult to really make this happen. He does find one. The critical one. A lot of utility going out. He just does not have a lot of wall here. He's got to take one, make it a 1v1. But his window here's dropping. The pressure was just right. He pulled him off the spike. He's doing crazy. What a clutch indeed to just make these isolated 1v1s.
This is last 5 bullets, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Brilliant play, Zushi. Unfortunately, he went down to the spike.
And the timing there is insane because Delete is checking, B main or A main. And at the moment he goes in the corner for A main, Zushi peeks it.
Right, they're both checking. One's like rechecking hell. They're watching the other angles. He catches the guy that's off. Right when that pressure comes out, like, you got to come out of your hole. I'm defusing again. He takes the other guy.
It feels so bad, too, just because, a part of you knows exactly what you should have done. So you can't just be like, well, you shouldn't have, because you know the guy knows it. So at this point, you got to move on. Barracudas are 1 round away now, but they have a save here.
Ooh. Nick checks that one a little too quickly.
He does get 1. They get 2. That's big ecos.
Yeah, they try to walk right through there.
They be careful, though. They got to be really careful. So we're looking to push through here, but all 3 members are going to be here.
Yeah, so much front and back aggression. Wow, they're just hungry for this. They're just following the leads, and they keep going in deeper.
They're blind with fear.
They move Jet up to market to help with this push right onto the site, which there's almost none of. Ellie really can't force into this when they already have so much information about which site they're moving to.
Yeah.
And they already have a flank guard that prevents them from rotating out the Lynx. Kind of sticky situation here.
Also, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, he's got a Sheriff. That's a heavy pen right there. And it's now a 5v1. Wow.
And there it is.
Barracudas seemed a little pissed off for that last round. They said, "Hey, that was a fluke. We are not that team. We do not lose 3v1s like that." And so they ecoed them.
Yeah. No, and Barracudas were standing a little bit of an off angle.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because the Lynx usually won't be walking through that spot. And the Barracudas saw that. They jumped on it. After taking those 2, they were like, wait, we can play this up. they weren't walking to nobody, and just seized the opportunity, rolled right in, and took the whole round because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's a great play here, and especially because Barracudas get their eco back. They get their money back, which is a big part of this.
Yeah, having that dynamic play is really good to see.
And a great KO here. They're going pretty fast.
Strong reply. The Lynx aren't happy about it. That was their up. That was their turnaround. They want this back.
Oh,
they go in aggressive. Maybe
great off
two.
angle.
Ooh, Mini gets so much eye contact. He's going to find...
Got one. Can't just do that, though. So he's still backside. They be careful. Oh, wow. Nick.
Can't use
Where did with the Guardian?
Yeah.
Where was he? Excellent played. Lynx now a little bit surrounded.
Oh, the flank. Delete gets a good one.
Ellie does get caught. There's still another one down main, ready to fight it off at Sushi. He's doing good, holding it back. Oh, gets caught from the side as one walks back out through the main doors, and Alex gets an easy defuse to finish off round 10.
Say that just getting a pick right away and not trading him. So not only are you getting down one, but you haven't taken sight yet.
Right.
And at that point, it is so hard to take A on Ascent just because you have an off-angle Omen, and you have someone usually in, there's someone in tree, or there's someone in heaven. So like, at that point, you have too many angles to check, and at that point, they tried to kind of pull out, but at the same time, they had a flank coming to them as well. So
yeah.
Barracudas are doing a great job on defense as well. I know Lynx is really giving them a run for their money because, I mean, now it's 7-10 now, but I think Barracudas are going to have the eco advantage here where Lynx did buy last time. You're going to see a full save. Yep.
Suppressing.
Not going to see. Oh, did see the jet. They know one's there. You can usually kind of assume that either is going to be B main or A main.
Yeah, nice and quiet gameplay here, Lynx. Not even moving slowly up, just checking. And this pressure on Barracudas is not moving. We're going to see that Sova drone go out and check B main. They're not going to see anything. Jet moves off. They know that pressure's kind of there, so we're going to see one move. Entry utility coming out. Here's the fight. A good response.
Oh, wow. I thought it was going top as well.
That's a rough one. Mini. Good reply to it.
They keep baiting, but they are going to kind of hear them, I think. So.
Wow, what a strong bait, though. Sending in the Prowler. That's
I think they want to go B with the Fatal here.
That's a rough one considering you already have one in main that hasn't seen anybody but is still waiting.
Yeah,
It could easy move to market. That Sova's already used their Owl though, so he's only got a few darts left. Milk in a risk on it, moves right in, safe from the Sova. Has just got to check the mud here. Ooh, caught by the side. Fingsy gets a free one and now knows.
30 seconds left.
Still a little one.
And here we go. They still have the ult though. They have a lot of utility as well.
It's true. Yeah, which you think is their
But
main entry here.
it might be for the post plan. Oh, does get one.
Fingsy commits to that one. I'm surprised he actually got away with the one. Good timing.
Looking for the gun.
Ooh. Ellie being played here.
Player standing.
I'm not going to lie.
left.
Delete keeps doing this where he is in a panic situation and you just see him updraft and just do circles. But it's such a distraction that it's working.
Yeah, especially if there's anybody else. That man's crosshair is in the air.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. If you have to look up at him and someone's at ground level, you're not going to make that usually.
And it's admittedly like, if I brought you this textbook and was like, should you shoot at delete when he's spinning in circles? You'd be like, no, he's got zero aim. But it's so, you want to hunt that bunny hopper.
And I think, here comes the other timeout from Lynx, because obviously, it kind of makes sense. Hey, we just were 7-8, and now it's 7-11.
Right.
So, and it's not even that, Lynx are making the bad plays, right? They're not making bad plays.
No.
It's just a couple execution things that they are just, not being aware of. Like, just making sure that, hey, get the trades, certain things where it seems they need a little bit more communication in terms of their ults. I would love to see a little more coordination with the fade ult or something like that. So I think they just need to have a little bit more of a coordinated attack.
Yeah, and that coordination comes from a nice timeout.
Because I think that's what they started with it, and they started with the good rushes to A, and it was working out. But now they might be overthinking it a little bit, like that. We saw a fake A main, try to go B, but then only 1 for 1. Still have the fade ult, still a couple ults that they just need to kind of use and just get going.
And we've seen the Lynx have great potential in those coordinated pushes and those coordinated defenses.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'd love to see that back online and really make this turnaround happen.
Yeah, the foundation's there. It's right. We're not making it so that we're like, oh, we'll just pull it out of nowhere.
No, they're not.
We've seen this all game, and we know they can do it.
Yeah.
It's more so, how can they be aware of it to make sure it works? They have the KJ ult, they have the Omen ult, they have the Fade ult. They have so much space they can get here.
No, coach isn't teaching them anything right now. They're just getting warmed up.
Yep.
Warming it all back up. Well, Lynx looking to make this push. Gonna hold back off of B. They've got Spike in pocket for A. Man, look at Barracudas
Hidden.
just holding the middle there.
It has been going kind of crazy in the second half as well.
True.
Got a lot of first bloods and just doing a really good job of utility.
Yeah, watching his spot.
Holds it down.
Really does.
When you have someone on your team who can hold down that mid A area,
Yeah.
you as an attacker know that KO is playing there and you know how hard it's going to be.
It just rain or shine,
Yep,
there's crossfire.
exactly. Yep. They have the Fatal ready. I'd love to just see a full execution attack here.
Knife deployed.
Oh, I think he's going to silence there, though.
Knives are out in mid. Do
Yep.
you think they could go for a flank here?
I mean, it is the defense, right? So I think they're to kind of hold it and just watch for the rotate because they know they're all man right now.
Yeah, good.
Maybe they don't. But I'd love to see a Fatal to start this.
It looks like Barracuda's pressure is kind of evening back
Yep.
out. They don't exactly know where the Lynx are at,
Because they just cut all noise. So they're like,
Yep.
hey, we can't be careful here.
which is good. And
Here we
goes
go. They're
full
going to know
push.
now. Yep.
Yeah, counts to 3.
wow.
Hidden takes one off the side. A little bit too center, though, so he goes down. Milky's and Milk going to find their ones. One of the other ones being Mini. That attacker Killjoy coming out, and there's no great response to it in the second it goes off.
That's what we're kind of saying. Here comes the ults now. So the Fatal did go off, and the KJ holds off now.
Plowing back in, and
Ooh,
Milk
Bang gets a
actually
kill, though.
finally shoots for the shilling. Delete Bangsy.
Wow, Delee goes crazy.
Absolute bonanza. Runs right in.
And I do like that attack there, right?
Yep.
But, I mean, I think right there it was just came to execution. Turns out sometimes the biggest thing about Valorant is your shots don't hit and there's it.
Yep.
And at that point, that's what you can do.
That's true. I think. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I
mean,
was
it's
gonna
hard
say
to
like
right?
they had the wall down in one spot and they had just came in through main, so
Yeah.
I think they could have focused more after that KJ goes down to
Match
take on
point.
that pressure from the front. But they already knew that.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
right.
they're
Yep.
they're doing everything right. I think they had a good
At
answer.
this point, you know, you're doing a lot of things right, but you just gotta have a player step up. A lot of the time, this is when someone's gotta step up. Because as a team, you're really good, but the biggest moments that have things like this where you start coming back and stuff like that is your comeback. It's gonna be what teammate is gonna really be like, I cannot do this here. I will not lose here, and I'm gonna go crazy, and then actually doing it right.
That's it. Red Hots once an IGL comeback story. Let's see it.
Here we go. Deletes back up.
Hidden. Wow.
Does
Moving
get
right
silenced
into the
and
field here.
smoked off. Oh my gosh, he hit someone.
Oh, he's so aggressive.
Wow, he's in the smoke though. Zushi's
Spike
going
down.
way to it. Or not way to it. He's doing a great job.
Bangsy gonna find one. Ellie gonna find one again. Look at this. Flank is already coming out, and Zushi's not ready for it. He's gonna slow peek with the
yeah,
knife.
you
I
can't
mean,
have the
Hidden
knife
just
out,
came right
yeah.
off the cap and sprinted through main.
That's hidden spot. We know we're hidden split. We were hidden place.
It's true, and he plays right around up in front, and there's still no response and no one's ready to accept this flank here.
I like
so
how he has the
Atlas
flash
has
up.
a-
Nice.
Atlas
We're
has
not
a chance
gonna
to
spend the
move right
normal
up and
spot though.
with him. They should.
Has a dart ready. Oh wow.
They
1v1.
try to respond to that dart,
actually.
find
Yeah,
one.
and just like that.
Hidden and Mini.
That was still a great game. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I know it's 7-13, but
The
that
score-
middle half of the game
Yep.
there was really good, and I think Lynx should have, no shame about that game.
Definitely
but you
not.
do know that going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We just saw the last game where we saw Lynx, and Barracudas go at it, and Barracudas just kind of pulling ahead. Esports Tower really takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I'd also give a shout out to Coach Halter, and if those watching haven't checked out esports clubs, you should. It's a fast track to rank up, and Esports Tower is always great. And, like I said, we kind of snapped the last game there. Barracudas are now not losing 3 games in a row.
Right.
Not 4, but they're 1 game winning now.
Yep.
And I think they did a great job. I think, it says something when you're down 3 games in a row. Things are not looking good, especially in a round robin where you play everyone. You're like, we've lost every time. But for them to actually bounce back, really play a great game of Valorant. Even, it wasn't an easy one either. It was 7-13, but at that point it was 7-8. You're 1 down difference after being up, 4 or 5 rounds. That takes a lot to go through. So great, motion right there, great support, and did a great job.
Yeah, no, and like you said, it was a tight game.
Yep.
The 7-12 really doesn't reflect how it was, and there was a lot of points where we're like, well, each score doesn't show you how tight each round was. So it was a great game.
Absolutely, and at that point, we're going to go to a break. We'll be right back with another game 2, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast, the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena. And welcome back to the Esports Tower Summer Invitational. Of course, this is the round 5 games. And this game is between the Vipers and the Scorpions. I am your host, Brandon Red Hots Koziansik, and joining me to call the action today is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith. And of course, we just saw a great game.
We did.
And then, of course, the interesting thing today is we're seeing all the same map, right? So all these guys are playing on a set. It's round robin. And it's going to be really interesting to see how these kind of these teams are playing the same map differently. So what would you kind of like to see for this kind of game?
I think you totally just said it. I'd like to see this game be different. I want to see how each team approaches the map compositions differently, how they approach the other team's composition differently, and how they just play the map around.
Yeah, and I do like seeing those comfort picks as well, like the KJ versus the Chamber, and then we saw the Fade versus the Sova. Right. So always love a combination of that. I do think that KO is pretty, standard at this point, like a staple. It's a great pick on this map. Does a great job, and I really do enjoy watching people play this map differently.
Yeah, no, we saw Hidden play an excellent mid-ground there, which is a huge pivotal point of this map. I mean, since the dawn of Ascent, it's mid, and I think Hidden really held his place there.
And of course, we want to take a moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and been offered scholarships all across the country. Over the last year, Esports Tower Club members have received over $3.1 million in scholarships awards. These students have not only worked hard in their in-game play, but have worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all these opportunities these players are getting, and it's always insane to see how the next kind of wave of esports is going. And of course, we're at the point where we're going high school to college now, which is great. And of course, we have Doc's keys to the game, which in Valorant you want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, count cards and call abilities, and click heads, which is presented by Esports Tower. Scroll pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. That is Esports Tower. And of course, we can kind of get back to, I guess we were talking about a little bit, which is the comp difference we're going to see on these games. And I do like seeing Sage a lot more on this map, too. We've seen recently, like, the LCQ qualifiers and stuff like that, where Sage is actually getting picked a lot more in a sense, just because there's so many off angles. Like B main, you can kind of, boost yourself up for the wall there and have 3 different angles for coming into that B site. So if you're comfortable with it, I do like seeing that, and of course, always just the KJ and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, and even just picking something that you're comfortable with that most people aren't, it gives you a huge advantage.
Oh,
it
absolutely.
really does, because an off angle is so much more. I mean, the definition of it is being unexpected. So much stronger when they're not ready for it. And I feel like Sage just has a lot of utility that is really unique. I would love to see that pulled out in this map.
And I always love seeing the chamber as well. I like all the Sentinel picks. I think they're really fun. I think KJ does a great job of kind of holding down, especially KJ on this map attacking. Makes it so cookie cutter of we're going to ult, then we're going to go in. Like, there's nothing really else to it. It's just ult to go in. So I do love seeing that. The duelist options, I definitely could see swapping it up a little bit. I could definitely see the Raze, which has been kind of a comfort pick as well lately, which we're going to see the Jets, though. I think the Jets can stay here to stay, but
that's what catches my eye.
I think we forgot about the one Sentinel player, which is Cypher.
Yeah, just the OG, I'm at a loss for words. Just the OG Sentinel, I miss him. V-Spicy bringing out that Cypher there could be interesting. It's been just the name of the game for Sentinels on the defense for a site to use all of utility. And we see this with KJ a lot just because that turret does actually a really good job of doing this. Leaving the site all to utility and watching market instead, or watching, tree instead into middle. And leaving those sirens or those alarms or those cameras to really guard a spot, you kind of get a free 6th man out of it.
Exactly, and of course, this is the round 5, which is the Vipers versus the Scorpions as we head into the Ascent. And of course, the Scorpions picked up their first win last week. Can they be the team to knock off the Vipers, or can they be the one who gets, I guess, just takes the loss?
Yep.
But overall, I'm really excited. This Cypher and KJ dynamic, I'm pretty excited. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely one of those things where I didn't see if they're actually defending or attacking first. But I'm going to be very interested to see what that is. Because attacking into a Killjoy and Cypher on Ascent does not sound fun at all.
No, they're going to have to be creative on how they run this.
And I think this would be the thing where KO silences become an even bigger part.
Right.
Because if you silence them, it opens up so much.
It does.
So, I mean, if you have the knife lineups, you're really excited this game. You're like, I want to show you what I got.
Yeah, especially if you have, a KO playing with both the KJ and the Cypher, then vision denial is a serious problem because you have all this different utility that looks right at you.
Absolutely, and of course the Scorpions are going to be on the defense first, which is kind of they wanted, which is the Cypher and Killjoy combo. We'll probably just see either of them just lining up on sites, swapping up all the time.
Yep.
And where's his Sky though? The double initiator for Vipers gonna hit him with the KO and Sky. No Sova, no Fade this time, which usually is kind of the norm. But I mean, I'm all for it. I love seeing these kind of new, different kind of initiators and how they play with them.
And this Sky is our only thing that's not a mirror pick. That Sky versus
it'd be Cypher. Yeah. And here they go. They just go straight into A, looking for a little rush. They're really careful, though, because Cypher's all set up here.
He really is. And he's got one to help him out.
Yeah, an off angle. It's usually the Omen as well. They do have the dog, so the dog can use the tripwire, and I think they're all going. One of those things they're probably counting down in the comms. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep.
There it is. Yep, dog comes out with that vision denial. Can use that jet to move right in. Wow. And just a well-timed shadow up front.
1-for-1 so far, though, but they do get sight. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, but that 1-for-1 was not off the same contact. Jaguar got the kill, but wasn't the first to go down.
And here we go. We have Reskin just kind of playing back. I like this play. One person just kind of really sits back. But the thing is, they need the numbers right now because all 3 of them are just jumping down from drop.
They really did. I mean, and you look at it on the minimap, it's like they're all over each other.
They don't want to smoke bomb. Oh, good
that
try.
Paranoia was just not quite there, and so Tracker takes out Reskin, and it's an easy defuse for the Scorpions.
And I guess I kind of want to retract. Like, it's nice that Reskin is playing far away, but when the Scorpions play like that, you need someone to be able to peek off that, because when you have 3 people go from drop instantly, that is pretty hard to play against when you're on site and you're not watching everyone from those angles, or you're in a spot where you can peek those angles. I think that's the biggest part, is not being able to reactionary peek.
Yes.
And that's just a great retake from Scorpions. I mean, it's kind of a great comms as well. I love, like, you know, it's probably like a little 3, 2, 1 go kind of action, and they just drop down.
Which just such a meticulous style of play in this last game.
Yep.
As soon as people were even close to each other on the minimap, it was just an absolute firefight.
Yeah.
But to see have a nice 3, 2, 1 go from both teams, wow.
Ooh,
Gets
nice
him on
shot,
a second
B.
jump kick there. Yeah, a great Marshall shot. And Opper
A headshot, too, by the way. That wasn't like a body shot.
Excellent play there, Kinetic, and keep moving on up with the classic. Taking this space aggressively with the spike right behind him. Can almost catch one out of the air, though. Keeps playing him into it. Not threatened at all. Almost takes one through the door. Keeps moving right into spawn there. Takes one.
So close.
Headshot, but he still finds him out that distance to the Marshall. Jaguar still holding up all that territory that was recently grabbed. Not going to check this
so close as
50-50.
well.
V-Spicy takes him down.
Player standing.
Kills, gets caught with the blind, and that's the
Wow,
last
that
one
was
down at Reskin. Scorpions just all took their little fights so well.
Yeah, and I mean, it was so close to just really getting E down there, but unfortunately that last got into like, I think it was like 10 HP there, so Classic sometimes does not do you well. This shot was just crazy.
Ridiculous.
The funny thing is it actually wasn't the first person to jump peak. It was the second person, and it...
That's a sad one.
Like, if you're Sky, you're so sad.
Oh my goodness.
You're like, all right, I want to peek too, and then you just get domed. Like that.
Yep.
You're like, oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, we're jump peeking? Let me try.
Yeah, and then Shadow's gonna do a little one-way here, which is great because really keeps him at bay. Has a Spectre. Love that. Little bonus here from the Scorpions, whereas Vipers got their guns for the first time, but yeah.
Vipers last time just sat here and stared at that smoke until it went down and then moved, like, proceeded right on. Like, they're not threatened.
Oh,
that
yeah.
second smoke is going to come out really prolonging the one-way.
Oh.
Might push them off a little bit. Ooh, but that...
Wow.
Goodness.
Jaguar in the
replies
corner there. People
well.
were not ready for that.
No. And that aggressive push from B from the Scorpions just shut them down. They were outside their own territory.
Wow.
And then it plays...
That is so hard to play into.
Yeah,
and the thing is, they keep trying to. They're going to A right now because they have no idea that the B is wide open.
It sure is, and that's an unfortunate one. I mean, you got to count the people here. You saw that cage go up. You also had the cloudburst and got killed by a third person. You know all three are right
That's
there.
true.
They can easily go to B.
That is true. They did see all three utility, and I think, oh, now there it is, right?
There we go. Yep, good counting players to move right onto the other site.
That's a good turret because it's going to hold the flank.
It sees so many doors right there. Just a little check. The pre-fire always good, just in case they rotate.
Gotta kill the other cage utility because
Yeah, it's still there.
it does look like they have to lose a turret there because now they don't have the flank, but they actually have a number there.
30 seconds left.
Yep, setting the place up, ready for this retake that's going to come on.
Jaguar's
Wow,
sitting it down, but be careful. Oh,
wow,
there it is. Yep,
killed.
Clids.
Beautiful. Killed standing outside the closed door, really caught one off guard, going to reposition right in the hallway here to find the last one, his 3K to clean it up. The Vipers low health, but still walk out with their
Yeah,
first
just
point.
playing in market too, just getting this 2. He does have the gun advantage, so you gotta be careful with that.
That's true, but that was a big, like a lot of damage done for a save right there.
Absolutely.
For a bonus.
And now we're to see, you know, the first kind of, I guess, first full buy round. We do see Prestige.
Yeah,
a little
Prestige
off
hanging
eco.
out.
It should be a light buy. Yeah, that's
It was
fine.
a slow move, and they were still hanging out in CT.
Light buys aren't really that bad at all. I know some people make it kind of a big deal, but at the end of the day, like if they headshot you, it does not matter. So I think it's just being able to have that gun and light armor, it's still really valuable. Oh, wow.
True.
See, and that's what we're talking about. Clids does have the lineups.
Yeah, Clids maybe feeling hot from this last kind
Maybe a
of
little
3K.
alt tab actually. Maybe a little TikTok there where, hey, lineups on Ascent A.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's so hard to play against Omen because he's just gonna keep one way in that for
and
so
now he
long.
doesn't necessarily play through, but he does play closer than usually. Plays a little bit aggressive. He's ready for a big push here, and he's the one that's kind of spearheading this fight.
Oh, he dashes in.
Yeah, he is going to start moving in here.
The dog gonna see Clids. There's not Clids. E.
Trying to get around to the other side here as
That's a
Players
bit shorty
still
though.
on A. Just all of the attraction is split here. Kinetic doesn't need any kills. He's just holding all the attention of Scorpions, and he's doing a great job. Look at him; they're just swarmed around him.
This
like
is
he's
just
on
a
the
patience
queen.
game right here.
It's beautiful.
Who is gonna break first? What they're doing?
Yeah, and the Scorpions are just walking right on the site here. The pressure is changing. They have to go on.
Oh, check the right angle. That's unfortunate. Gets checked
Trace
anyways.
does
Oh,
excellent.
does get it though.
Kinetic.
He's more patient.
And backs right out of there. Takes his one and
down
leaves.
A.
He is being hunted though. Looks like he's gonna get away safe. Join his team.
Oh,
Almost caught from the back. 5 health is not quite
wow.
enough. He's gonna run in front of that Sky. Say, please help me.
Trigger there. Yep.
And Jaguar both taking their ones. Arctic is the last piece of the puzzle here.
You might just want to save at this point, but I guess they have enough money, so it should be fine.
Prince are in the plant. Ooh.
Yeah,
That's
actually, no,
scary.
you definitely want to just look for as many as you can here because you have the money to buy next round.
Well, flash information just went out. Like, Prestige knows that they're there now.
Yeah.
That's really the value in the Sky Flash.
Oh.
Oh, did he break that window?
Yeah, he just did.
Arctic really opened their back door for that one. Like, they could have left it shut and not have to watch this angle, but now it's open. They didn't get the noise. That was an interesting pick there.
He probably would have just, I guess he was just trying to do, he probably just hit it just because he didn't know that he was up there.
He's
so
trying
he
to bait people
yeah,
around.
exactly, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I like it.
But great round. I think it's, what, 3-1 now? No, sorry, 2-2. Because they won the round before this, I'm pretty sure.
That
No,
timeout
yeah, it's 2-2, yep. And, of course, oh, yeah, the timeout. It's an early timeout. I mean, I guess it's just one of those things where they either found it, more valuable to be like, hey, let's just time out early and let's figure out, what we're doing. Let's get a game plan early on.
Right.
Because sometimes I guess people really need a game plan to follow of like, hey, we saw the first 4 rounds. Let's figure out what is more valuable for you.
Yeah, especially if pre-match they talked a lot about what they're going to do in these pistol rounds, these eco, these anti-eco.
Yeah.
And now they want to talk about full gun rounds, kind of the phase 2 of the play.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Is the phase 1 and the phase 2, and always kind of going through it a lot and half buys and stuff like that.
Right.
So far, I'm liking the utility usage. It's really hard to play against the Cypher and KJ, but I think at this point they can probably put it together of, hey, maybe mid's a little weak in terms of that stuff, and of course they need to play a little bit more of off the silence, because I think that silence is actually a huge deal in these maps, where if you silence them in B main or A main, you know that you're going to be able to get in there pretty fast.
Right. Yeah, especially when our big takeaway is such great utility usage.
Yeah.
That means that silence is so much more potential.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, we've got that ult out with the Vipers, and that meticulous cooperative play from the Vipers there, being able to respond to the utility they're getting, could actually play this exceptionally well. Looks like they're going to pivot over to a little bit of a more
going
mid-pressure.
crazy. Whoa.
He way out of bounds. W key stuck.
They got
Shadow
out of it,
following
though.
after.
Somehow.
They sure did.
What is... Okay, 2 for 2 here. This Tiles play is just full 5.
It really is. They're already just throwing weapons behind themselves.
Yeah, he said, take this. Your turn.
My goodness, goes back to grab it. Wow. It's simmering down a little bit, but they're still there. Prestige hoping maybe they can walk around and find some extras.
Maybe use the dog here, kind of check everything out.
Dog checks typical walk through. They know they have to focus down the speedway. He's going to go for the ult point even. That's the last one. Seekers are online.
Yes, that's a great
there
Seekers. They needed that really bad because now they're going to see that KO is on backside here.
That's a good one. Pays off. They have an easy hit on the track here. Not quite going to find it. Jaguar plays aggressive. Ooh, they find him with a
Clayton's
nice
is going
there.
crazy with these entries.
Really is. Prestige going to follow up with one more. Last one on the table here. They don't even need to take him out. They just need to keep him there.
Clayton's another 3K.
Clayton's going wild.
Yeah. I mean, he is, even like, on these post plants, he's really just kind of giving it to everyone. I mean.
And E just on cooldown bought that op so fast.
He was ready. He was ready.
It was hot last round, too. Like, he caused the tiles.
He did.
There.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing there was crazy is he had a shorty, and I think his biggest thing was I'm just going to rush into tiles and see if I get my one. Literally. And at the worst case, you bait one of your teammates, because that's what happened.
Right.
His teammates saw him. They were all looking up once again. That Jet just looking up eventually. Oh, Kinetic. Wow. Great attack here.
Wow, yeah, Viper's just plowing straight in. And that taking care of all the KJ that was holding the site down. They moved right in. Jaguar taking out that Arctic. They already have a lot of people up in market to watch this.
One got detained, actually. But they don't know where. I guess they...
True.
Yeah, it's kind of all
They've
things.
checked everything. They
Kinetic,
have that
wow.
flank.
I'm gonna be honest here. Vipers are playing with a lot of explosion, explosion right now.
Fields might be ready for this 4th kill right here. They're kind of stuck between 2 players.
Oh,
Not quite ready for it, but Vipers still come through. Prestige to back them up with the plan.
I don't know if what they did during that break, or what they said, or some great Coach Carter stuff being said in there, or something like that. But
it looks like they're
coming out of the gate and going crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, I think their coach literally just said, "Hey, go, go, that's it, go."
Everybody, take this paperweight.
I mean, that's what they're doing. I mean, Kinetic got a pick right away. They go site. They use their they use the KJ ult. They use the KO ult. Get another pick. Go again. Like they just go crazy right there. I think that's what you need to do. Nothing better than just taking his site and everything going your way.
Scorpions here gonna reply to his knives with the pop.
Absolutely, but she play a little slow here at this point now. The Vipers, they've been going really fast, but I said, all right, let's dial it back a little bit. They're probably ready for it because that Cypher and KJ can still have a huge threat.
Yeah, and working it back and forth like that, getting you a team that can play both sides.
Yep.
The Vipers are doing well here.
Well, you gotta keep them honest sometimes, right? You gotta keep them on their toes of like, all right, well, if you're gonna stack a site, we're gonna spread out.
And I mean, look at this back site play that the Scorpions have held now.
Yeah.
Like the pressure is all back. They're looking for a retake scenario. They know the Vipers can come in strong if they need to. Now the Vipers are just playing it back and forth. It's a lot of long sight lines. They have the the economy advantage. They're gonna walk slow. They don't want to lose any players. Moving straight onto B, which is only being watched by a little bit of utility. They must have provided good pressure to A, but it's not there anymore. The rotation comes out from Scorpions, a good read. Already going to get some of that vision denial with a nice paranoia. Takes care of the dog here.
Yeah, say Clids. Oh, wow, that was a great peek by Arctic, actually.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Yep, going to drop kills down Kinetic now.
He's crazy, though.
Oh, wow, that Ion back-to-back dropping the spike.
Down B.
The win con's changed. It's in a critical location, and Arctic is just sitting on it. It is a 1v2, and he's in a little bit of a pinch here, but he's got to be careful.
I don't think he actually saw him there, though.
10 seconds left.
They got a plant soon. Okay, I was saying, if he hits that, he's just crazy.
Yep, a little spike grab.
Okay.
He has to go into the plant, but
Get
while
some time.
he's planting, he doesn't
Oh,
have
yeah, that was good. Kinetic was just like, I'm just going to sit in this. I mean,
played.
the one thing that we always said about esports towers, these sheriff demons in here are crazy.
They're there.
We saw last game too.
Yeah, they're just skull magnets.
I mean, people buy these sheriffs and get, I don't know, they do crazy things with these things.
No, these guys are good on the mechanical play.
Yep.
Do you think that Omen ult was worth it?
I don't know I think the reason why he had to stop it early is because he had to plant the bomb.
No, he used the ult to grab the spike.
Oh yeah, I guess because he had the off angle from Kinetic. I think it's fine because he had no idea where Kinetic was.
Right, that's fair.
So I mean, it worked out the other day, right?
Whoa!
Oh, he said me too.
Definitely so. Gonna drop.
I love the op battles. I don't know why,
They're
but
fun.
they always get me going.
It's unfortunate that they never last long.
Because it's usually always, I'm better than you.
Yeah. It's such an
Because
ego
right there,
fight.
you're both peaking, right? Like, and it's always fun.
Moving right on, streamline little ducks in a row. The Vipers here looking to make some pressure onto the A site. They're walking into a tripwire though. A lot of utility here set up by the Cypher, and it's being backed. They still have someone in tree mid. They're going to try to block off some smoke here, but that's the entry utility.
Good TP, moving over everything. And the thing is, they clear it with a dog, so you don't have to worry about the drip.
They open up that cage a few times though. To be spicy.
Okay. Good retake here.
Nice.
KJ and KO, so you're double silenced. And Prestige's just going in.
He's forced to.
Oh,
the Defender
so
Killjoy is out.
close. Arctic gets two.
Looking to
He's
break
holding
it.
this down.
Ooh, Jaguar wants to break.
Oh,
But Arctic's so
ooh.
good. Hungary almost had that ult there.
Arctic's feeling good.
Oh, definitely.
I think those 3 sheriff kills, he was like, wait a minute, okay, let me aim a little bit, let me work.
Wow.
I mean, he defended that KJ
ult.
ult, they had not a chance.
Excellently done. Almost took that ace there.
Oh, 4K action, that's huge.
And just right down the activity stream, like had the 4th one in for the 1st one.
Oh,
faded.
yeah.
So fun. What a screenshot.
And Prestige almost, Prestige had the right idea of just peeking him, but...
Yeah, like you're being pushed out, you may as
He
well
was
go
ready.
in for it.
And then one at a time after that, you just know it's going to be peak after peak after peak, so... But that was a great play from Arctic, and he, that's a big play you need, too. It's 2-5 right there. You need that play.
And it's rough because there was someone watching them with Arctic, so even if the Vipers had a nice, had peaked 2 at the same time, still would have been a fight for it.
That was close, killing him with just a pre-fire.
Yeah, it's just good muscle memory, understanding the map well. Still going to move in for
You
it.
see both of them with the dog.
Yep, going to move right into the smoke here. Going to get a quick flash off. Good response to a WoW Kinetic. Great potential for a 3K here. Finds 2 of them. Finally goes down, but it's so worth it. Makes that space. Killed is able to play right in after him. Prestige finds their one. It's the Scorpions, just 4 of them all of a sudden gone. V-Spicer being the last one to watch his spot here. He's got to put up every wall that he can. Khalid's looking to just take him down, or at least apply enough pressure that they have no chance making it to the other side.
He knows where he is now.
Just unload the utility on him.
Oh my god.
Won't let him go anywhere. Sitting right on top of him. If V-Spicy never leaves, then Klitz has done his job.
Little jiggle peek there. Let him have
He
this,
has a
guys.
chance
Let
to
him
get
have this
free.
1v1.
He has a chance to get out of this smoke. Oh, he goes for it. He finds the kill, actually, instead of just running.
It's funny because V-Spicy has a line right there because he has a little trip, so he's like, you can't cross this line.
Right.
But I think he's just going to save. Obviously, it's a 1v3. He is very low.
So low. Yeah, I'm just going to hide down and whine here.
Does have his ult. The one thing that I do always find it sad about Cypher is his ult is just...
It feels like there's
It takes
never...
too much to use.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a kill.
Has a lot of prereqs.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I'm trying to get to a 100 level class, man. I don't know why I need these prereqs.
Yeah.
Like, but you know that's how it is.
It's like it's like Seekers with so many extra steps.
Yeah. And you only get it for like blink.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is it's sometimes perfect.
Oh,
When,
it's
you know,
very
when
good. Yeah, I
When
mean,
the planets align, it can be very helpful.
oh for sure. But the thing is, getting that first kill. I mean, it should be a thing where even if your allies like kill them, you should be able to use it if you don't get an assist, right? You should be like a lingering corpse, I guess, right? Or body. Well, here we go, 6-3 here. Scorpions had a great retake last round, but Vipers just kind of gave it to him the last round in terms of just having the overall positioning. That was a great flash into a dash there. Got 2, which is insane.
Oh, big 5-stack here looking to move right in on A, and there's still only
Yep,
one
and
person
then
in his
the ult
utility
to
watching
stop
it.
the Cypher. That's a great job.
Right through. They know that pressure's there, so they gotta be fast. The skins are already rotating well on, and they already.
They see him.
Gonna find that first one with the dog.
Yeah, they're
Good
just gonna run
blocking
at
with the
him.
dog.
Yep, they're
Falls
just
in
gonna run at
after.
him.
Blitz takes it no problem. Red's
This-
going in for the plant.
This Sky's getting a lot of value.
Really, they are.
Shadow gets 1. Connect repays back.
Prestige a good flank guard. Hopefully they're never needed there.
4v3 here. Scorpions, he's quite low though for the KO.
Just gonna keep watching Heaven. They're keeping them at bay
Wow,
pretty well.
they do.
Trying
Now
to
it's a
find
3v2
them
though.
too. Gotta be careful, Kinetic.
Scorpions can do this, but the time is starting to tick down.
Ooh, Kinetic in the hot spot, gonna find one
Yep.
dropping down. Ready for the next one, decides to play out themselves.
dash.
Almost grabs one.
Wow, and they just have a cross
Nice
going
little
here.
2-1 pinch here. Right in the feet.
No charges left.
Great job there. I mean, it did look kind of scary for a couple seconds there because
Yeah.
Scorpions were getting a lot of the picks that they needed to. But the thing is Vipers just played slow. They knew that the time was on their side, which I do always enjoy that, of being very cognizant of time. Right here we saw, he literally just, I think it's Kinetic is just sitting here waiting. He's like, I'm going to wait, we'll play the crossfire, then Prestige has the other side. So at that point, you literally have, you know, a very low chance of winning the round. E has to go crazy for something to happen. So overall, you make a good high chance play is what you can always call it.
Yeah, good understanding of the Vipers on the win con and the clock. Ooh, pushing right in. Kinetic takes care of that. Ooh, from the KJ, he's gonna keep playing around. He's got one in his back. He doesn't know. He decides to play high. Goes way over and takes him from the side. It's a dangerous gamble on the site, but now the site's cleared. Attack and Killjoy is already out, and they own this space. He keeps clearing space. Kinetic ready for this big push after the Killjoy goes down. He's in a little bit of a cheeky off angle. Might catch V-Spicy if V-Spicy runs up for this plant for Prestige. Feel spicy.
That's our sheriff.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, he's not even, yeah. He has no idea where that one even is.
Shadow caught that off angle, no problem.
That's when you're just like, I'm going to watch this angle and I don't care if he's there.
Ooh, such a low health battle here.
One enemy remaining.
They were both
Reskin
so
gets
low.
a kill though.
Reskin does come around the side for
Yeah,
it.
he knew he was TP'd. Yeah,
Excellent
yep.
done. You can't be predictable with those TPs. And I love when it's such a tight
Last
round that
round
after they
in the
win,
half.
they drop the mouse immediately and like stand up. Like you can see everything's like frozen.
Oh yeah, you're
It's
just like,
so
oh.
hype.
Or the water drink where you're like,
Yes.
I'm parched. You get the kill and you're okay. Water fast.
Great, yeah. You can't be using that by round. All right, get right into 3-8 here. Ooh.
I mean, this could be just like last game where if Scorpions take this last round, we're 4-8, and I think, once again, these attackers were doing a great job with the Seekers. Oh, there's a lot of people close, though.
Yeah.
Wow, he doesn't turn. Oh.
They're just running it back this time with more pressure. Can they do it? Can they take the hard version
Wow,
of what they
Clid
just played?
just always gets that kill.
Just flawlessly.
Oh, he got the flash, but this could be
This is in a good position to see this
Oh.
pop. No! He catches
He
it.
just
He
left.
didn't
Oh
get
my
the other one.
gosh.
What a good reply. Finds it. Arctic, good to get
I
three.
was saying, he's good for
Almost
3.
walked
At that
out with
point, you did your
near
job.
ace. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did do well. They own that
Oh,
side
that's
now, though.
scary.
Yeah. Reskin really jumped into the fire there. Watching a lot of angles here.
Wow,
He does
nice
a good
shot.
job taking one. He's got one more coming around the
This
side.
is the. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Cypher to use that ult. That's exciting.
Woo! First time this half, baby.
Did the thing.
That's not even a flame to V Spice. It's just, you know, that's how it is.
Redskin has an easy pinch right here if he can play quickly.
Yep. Hey. Yep.
Wow. It's so much harder to hit Cypher without a hat, though. He's just shoulders. And there it is.
And of course, we have Vitamin Shop, which has everything a gamer could need. If you scan the QR code now, you can check out their latest products. And that's a great sponsor by Esports Tower. So make sure you scan that device with your phone and check that out for this little halftime here.
I'm going to say something scary.
What's up?
It's 9-3.
It is, Ed. That's true. That's Caster's curse, man.
I don't want to curse anything.
No, that's a game curse. That's a game curse.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was you guys.
if we saw anything of last VCT, which was the qualifiers to Masters, it was the 100 Thieves best of 3. There was all 3 9-3s.
Oh.
And it's scary out there, man. I mean, if you're up 9-3, you got to make sure that, hey, we got to win this pistol round so we can get up 2 easily. And we're going to see it. So Vipers, the Scorpions double sentinel didn't go how they planned, but I think, you know, maybe they can kind of have that post-plant going better for them. So we'll just kind of see how it goes here and how they use it. I think they're going to use a little more creativity.
Ooh, Kennedy playing deep in the smoke, decides to go flying out right up into the open. Gets caught by Arctic off to the side. A good response to that pressure,
great, yep.
He did get a couple things off.
Unfortunately, didn't have the Sheriff. They go the void. I think he's been really valuing the
Ooh, Prestige gets good concussion. Flies right out for it.
Yeah, great job there.
Good response.
Shadow gets one as well, though. 3v2.
It's this pistol round spice that you get.
Yeah.
Like, there's just the no holds barred WQ rush in.
I love it. It's all for it. All these trades back and forth, and you just have no idea what's happening sometimes.
Tracker with exactly 4 health comes face to face, gets one shot off to Redskin before going down now. Shadow's got a lot to look at. Ooh, a quick flash makes it difficult to hold the ground there.
Redskin 3K.
Yeah, moving to a 3-9.
And there it is. Like I said, this is the big first round. Yeah, we know it was 9-3, but getting that 10-3 makes you feel that's like a, you know, like not a big sigh, but a small one.
Yeah, it's
we're not cursed yet.
Yeah. They're moving into what I would call like phase 3 now.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that double digits, they have the pressure of
you
the other
are
team
in the
holding so
driver's
many
seat.
mistakes. Yeah. And which is a huge switch from this pistol round energy of you basically, you can throw it all out the window, none of it matters.
Yep.
To, oh goodness, they're in double digits and we're simply not.
And
they have to slow way down.
And I think this is why Vipers are showing why they're undefeated right now.
Yeah.
I think this is what's showing, you know, they're a team to beat right now. They're 4-0, and right now they're doing everything kind of right to get that, you know, almost 5-0 getting ready.
Kinetic here ready. That jump peek gave away a lot of info. Wow, they play aggressive on 2. He barely makes it away there.
These Jets are getting crazy, man.
They're so aggro, and we know Kinetic loves to run. Loves to get in there.
Shorty.
Woo, right out the smoke. What a good...
Shorty's always good for one.
Yeah, it really is.
Thing is, though, is now Scorpions really don't have anywhere to go.
It's hard to
they
read
do
it.
have the mid wide open, though, and it seems like they have one there. So they can just kind of exploit that and at least get some space.
Yeah, they already own a little...
Oh, yeah, there we go. Although, Omen is sitting in spawn ready for them.
He is, and that KJ's still holding strong on B. Kinetic ready
Yeah,
for the
body shot.
Right to the
He
heart.
goes.
Looking for a second, but goodness, it's hard without that scope. He's really got to bury the muzzle in him. Ready to find a wall here. Ready for the dash. He's going to go aggro. A good flashback up. Good communication.
Yeah, he heard the reload.
Hit, and that spike goes down. Wow.
Wait a minute. It's a 1v1 now.
What a turnaround. Now he's got the spike. He's in mid. So many options. Interesting call by Vipers here. I like this. Leaving your utility on one side and watching the other one your own self. So you know where he's approaching.
I think she's out of range, though. Yeah, she's out of range for it to be effective. Although he just gave away his position, but...
Yeah, he's checked A.
Okay, he's looking for a little cheese play here. Both
Jaguar just
full HP.
sprinting.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was a great shot by Jaguar.
That was like first shot off Jaguars.
He had the armor difference, but
there.
that was he didn't even take a single point of damage.
Nope.
And that was close, actually. I mean, you saw it was like 4-3, but they have guns. So you're like, okay, whatever.
Right.
And then Trey 6 goes kind of crazy there, gets 3, gets a plant down. I mean, that's a pretty good job. You have one person left over on the Vipers who now has a Spectre, whereas the entire Scorpion team get to buy and more comfortably now with those 300 credits. Never see, you know, Vipers with more of a save, probably half by angle. But, I mean, they're fine with that because it's 11-3 right now. They have rounds to spare.
It's true.
So they kind of relax a little bit. Try to get as many as they can, obviously. It's not over yet.
True.
But, you know, they can do their best to make it so they're in a good spot next round.
Yeah, they're looking healthy. Ooh, wow.
A lot of dashes
a lot
already.
of aggression
Yeah.
right here in the mid, right up into the catwalk.
Okay, they don't...
Oh, sees the
can I
die
saw
out that
it.
smoke. Almost thinks about playing it, but now he knows there's two behind. Man, all the pings are coming out. I'm surprised he doesn't just fire off, but there it is. Waiting for it to go down. Finds one.
Oh, so close. The crouch, man. These crouches are crazy.
Yep,
They really throw people off.
Flies onto that. He's looking to play after. This is a great spot for this utility. Does catch the dog there. It's not going to play out.
Oh, he's a
onto
classic, though. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, Spike is put back into spawn.
Really good nade there to get the full on-site space, which is good.
Yeah, Scorpions do own the A site. Clids is their first try at a retake here. Is the hostile that gets suppressed. Can't quite play into the floor here. Tracker's ready for him.
Flash at the flash. Yep. And he jumps down. I mean, unfortunately, it goes down, but it's a good try. Oh, you're getting kind of close. The first one was.
Yeah, I would like to see Prestige play with someone else go down.
Yeah. That was one of those things where he probably was just ready to go in, but you just like, hey, jump with me.
Ooh, Clid's good response time there to take one. Just needs one more, and there it is.
Wait a minute. It's not over yet. Oh, wow.
It was close there.
I feel like Jaguars had no... Oh, sorry, the Jaguars. Who's Jaguar right there? Jaguar. Vipers went really kind of crazy at the end. I did not think they were going to actually win that round, but they really kind of turned around, especially starting the first kill with Clids, and then having a great peek at the same time. Jaguars falling down to get that trade off, or at least get him so he has the off angle. And now it's a game point here for Vipers, and we're going to see both forced. They both have enough guns. Scorpion has 2 light armors, but
Scorpions are forced all the way here.
Yeah, I mean at this point though, you're as close as you can get for like a good round.
Yep, true. Yeah, you don't really have an option because you can't give this one up. So they're fighting an uphill battle here. So they want to play tight and together and aggressive onto the site that's usually based on watch.
Here comes the KO ult, which is a great start.
Good turnaround there. Tracker can play right through, maybe take Jaguar while they can. Looks like they're going to go up to market. Spicy gets a plant off. They're just taking space. See Kinetic moving right in. Ooh, E gonna fall. Kinetic does find Arctic. Good flash coming out.
4v3 here. Bomb is planted though, so Scorpions are definitely seeming a little bit advantageous. Vipers are coming to take this down. They have 4v2 now, but time keeps... Oh, wow.
Vipers just themselves.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. He has 8 seconds, but yeah, they're just gonna... Can you defuse a bomb if you're... Oh, okay. It ended right there, but I was curious if you could defuse the bomb while you're disabled, but I think you can. Like just like, you know, with the KJ ult.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, Esports Tower want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers. Then join the club. Esports Tower players got inside access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score some exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Make sure to check that out. And of course, with that, the Vipers remain undefeated with a win over the Scorpions. We have 1 game left in the night, and of course, that will be the between the Lynx and the Scorpions. So we can see, I think, the losers from each game. And great game so far. I mean, that one was a little bit more of a stomp. I think it was like 13-3, 13-4. But I do like the different styles of the Ascent. And of course, it'll be even more interesting now that we're going to see the 2 losers who have already played on Ascent go at it again against another new team. So at this point, you're getting a lot of Ascent practice in. You're going to get a lot better at Ascent, whether you want to or not. Any takeaways you think for these games right here, this last game?
No, I liked seeing that game. It was a solid push. I saw a lot of what I wanted to see in the 2 different teams approaching the style very differently. I think it was a fun time.
So we can see why the Vipers are undefeated right now. I mean, they're doing a great job left. So we're going to go to a break right here, and we're going to go to the last game of the night. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you right after this break.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena, and welcome back to the Esports Tower Summer Invitational, our final round of the group stage as we have round 6 matchup between the Lynx and the Scorpions. I'm your host, Brandon Red Hot's Cozy Gansik, and joining me to call the action is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith. And of course, we've had 2 pretty good games here so far, and of course, it always comes down to the losers bracket in terms of just the last 2 games. I always think these games are the most exciting. What are you kind of looking forward to this game?
I know that I say this every time, but I want to see how these teams approach the map differently, approach each other now differently, right? We've seen all of their approaches to the map in composition and in play style, but just throughout one single map matchup, you can see a lot of change in a team.
I'm going to take it one step further, and I just want to see the people who are either top frag or bottom frag of, okay, if I was bottom fragging, was it just performance or was it just I was playing my role, and how could I fix that? Or if I'm top frag, how can I stay on top? I want to see these kind of players just really work on that consistency and how they do in the second match. And of course, we have Doc's Keys of the Game, which are presented by Esports Tower. Scroll pro advice at esportstower.com. And in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, count those cards / call those abilities, and of course, click those heads. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. That is Esports Tower. And of course, like we said, we get to this last game for our last game of the day. I'm really excited, Lynxes versus the Scorpions. We saw the Lynxes have some really good, plays in terms of when it comes to attacking and defending. A lot of the execution just kind of fell short a little bit. It was more so just a couple micro errors, like to call those, just in terms of aim or maybe missed abilities or something like that, but they had the right idea. Whereas the Scorpions just kind of were playing the best dogs, you know what I'm saying? They were playing the undefeated team. They're rolling it pretty hard, and so it's always good to see this game.
Yeah, it is. Because
And we're on a icebox.
Interesting. We definitely thought we would be looking at Ascent, so this is a nice little matchup here, a different change of pace. And that means that our composition expectations are totally different now. We get to see some good Viper play, which I'm excited about. Raze is coming out of the pocket. Those chambers are going to have a nice playground here. We see a nice use of the teleportation here more, I think, on this map than we do on Ascent ever.
And we're going to see the two kind of variations where it's either the Tool Duelist versus the Duelist Chamber.
Right.
Because, you know, Chamber is kind of played now as that Duelist. I do think Chamber brings a lot of util to this map because of the trap. The interesting thing I'm honestly seeing is there's no stages. Sage has such good walls in this map because for B site you can kind of wall that off and have a safe plant. Same for that A site, you can do a lot of walls and stuff like that where it just plays it more safe. So I'm definitely kind of interested to see that there's no stages, but I bet they have things in place to kind of make up for that.
Yeah, I think in several maps that are pretty open like this, there's a necessity to be able to divide up large space.
Yep.
And they're relying entirely on the Vipers for that.
Yeah.
Even though there are, like you're saying, these nice little pinch points in that large space where it's easy to divide strong with that Sage. That does mean we have no healing on board.
Yep, that's true. So if you get dinked, you're staying dinked.
Yep.
And then, of course, the biggest thing with this game, though, is the Scorpions are actually locked into last place. So at this point, they're just playing for the pride on the line. But the thing is this is a match that matters for Lynx because they're playing. If they win this match, they end second place. If they lose this match, they will not be second place. So it's one of those things where Scorpions are like, hey, we have the option to mess you guys up here. And, you know, Lynx gotta play pretty hard still. I do like stuff like that because it's like, you know, even though you're locked into last place, you can do some damage before you leave, you know? And Sova, like I said, Sova's just a great pick on this map. Scorpions. The thing about this Sova dart is you'll see it a lot, right? You'll do this close dart right here, and so that they cannot go forward. You're taking space away from them, and that's why it's so good.
Yeah.
So a lot of people ask, like, well, why is the dart there? You're not getting that much information, but you are getting space.
Yeah, and space denial is almost as important as earning your own space.
Especially an icebox, where there's so much verticality in this map that you gotta be really careful about that.
It's true, yeah, because taking just a little bit of space changes how many angles they can run. We're already seeing a lot of damage go out, but it looks like Scorpions are doing a good job of backing off in time to not lose that health. Sorry, Shadow, kind of cursed you on that one.
Yeah.
Did get their 2 kills out before Milk took him down with a ghost. Tracker looking to stand alone here in the middle, maybe catch these two coming through in the middle. Might find E here.
Here's
Milk, sorry.
Oh,
sure
nice
does.
headshot.
And that's got his one back right off. Good understanding of being in the
not
flank.
good greedy. Oh, wow.
Ooh, Zuki to find it with a headhunter and then back off. I'm
surprised
surprised.
that accurate shooting that fast.
Excellently done. Walking away with 22 health and 2 shots
Yes,
left.
2v2, but one on each side are both sides of the Scorpion are low, but one on the Lynx side. Good damage.
Let's get a little damage off. It is so low on health here. Ellie is the last one with enough power to get through this. Gonna almost get one more in the knee there. Tracker on the jump peak. Zushi's gonna go down. He's the last bastion here. Lynx going in for a big defuse, try to bait one out. It's not enough.
When I
Tracker
shot,
with a big one.
Yeah, it is kind of, you know, when you fake that first defuse, at that point you're like, you're playing a game where it's like, well, if I hit it again, they know I'm lying.
Right.
You know, so it was a good try, but I mean, she was just trying to make it so they moved, and, you know, Tracker obviously just did a nice headshot after that, so not too much you can do there, and a great kind of Scorpions attack there. Great job with the Chamber, playing that mid where they were all main, and just kind of playing that lurking role that Chamber does a good job of getting his 2. Even though he gets traded at the end and still get his 2, he walks out, still good.
Yeah, and we saw Nick stay nice and steady.
Yep.
Just hang out, find their 1, and then back right out.
That's right. Nick's is probably going to be watching this mid area.
Ooh.
Yep.
He got plenty of information on that one. Going to peek right around the side. Tracker to find their 1 on Milky's. Keep walking, just playing right into his territory, and that wall really lets him do it.
Absolutely.
He's going to flash right through. He wants to play deeper into it. Nick has to turn around and see that.
Yeah, they don't. They just kind of have classics at this point. Yeah. So
Tracker has such great potential.
Shadow gets another one, gets the flank.
Ooh.
They're going far for this. Jeez.
They really are. It's a hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, Lynx already has one all the way back to B site here, wrapping around.
1 enemy remaining.
Tracker gets 3.
There's a go.
Eco Demon.
Lynx just have no chance for this last one.
Gotta get your ecos in. That's how you get the scoreboard.
Right.
Oh, late try. Sometimes the classic just shoots blanks, I swear. Yeah, it shoots blanks. It's not you, Milk. It's not you, man.
He just sitting on right top of him.
Honestly, at this point, this is one of those things, though, where it actually is probably more valuable to leave him alive. Because you actually have you get no money for that if you stay alive there.
Right.
So if your brain is just going crazy, it's hard because obviously you want the kills.
Right.
Scoreboard.
Definitely.
But in all actuality, if you leave him alive there, it's crazy because then he can't buy this round. He has no money, no credits. You don't get extra credits since you're alive.
Right.
So I mean, it's one of those things where you definitely think about it.
Tricky.
But
Yeah, they
anyway,
haven't stuck.
it doesn't matter because Lynx is going to full buy here. So
Yeah.
a little bit of bonus from scrimmage. I don't think a single member died last round, so that's going to be good in terms of having all the specters and stuff available.
Is important. Ooh, they're staying very tight together here through mid. Not going to see very much, and they're not going to do very much. Staying really steady here. Going to hold what they can and move back off. They're going to move towards A. They did throw up enough utility pressure on B site that we're going to see 2 Lynx players playing deep there. Never mind, one just teleported out. Tracker looking to be the spearhead here, going up to the ropes. Let's see what he can see. Throw quick flash out. Hopefully that was communicated. Milky's to find there too. Ridiculous, pouring right through, looking for another one. In a great position to do so. Unfortunately, gets smoked right out.
Oh,
so
wow,
bad.
a
Kill. Great Viper's pit there for Snakebite.
Yeah.
Arctic moving into the smoke. A good position. Has great push onto this.
Wow,
Oh, caught
good
entirely.
Yeah, that was good. Good reveal.
One enemy
Was
remaining.
Nick looking to
I
find
thought Nick got the
I
kill
did.
first hit,
I
I
was
was like,
yo,
there's no way
we're
that
flying
hit.
way left.
Yeah.
Milk looking for some
It
more
is
shadow.
Chamber, though,
back
so
up.
he has 8 bullets. Can get a couple here. Obviously, this thing is quite controversial in terms of the gun itself.
This one's not, though. You get someone with a Marshall, you deserve it.
That's true. Okay, here we go. Has a good peek.
Right up.
Oh, that's gone.
Does get suppressed there. That peak gets more difficult when
Say,
you know
I don't
what
think
angle
it's
you
worth the
come from.
save.
10 seconds
so.
left.
No, I don't think so either.
Yep, I think you hear his teammates saying, "Oh, whoa, wow!"
I was gonna say that was a loud walkthrough, but he was quick enough to find it.
I mean, maybe they got a little scared. Like, okay, whoa, this guy's going a little too fast. What's going on here?
Yeah.
That was a great shot, though. Picked up the good old Spectre.
I think we saw an op come out. There
Yep.
it is.
Yep. I think we're doing a little bit of a pause. I'm
Little
guessing
tech pause.
Tech pause. And so far, it's great, though. I mean, I do love watching
is.
this game. We're a lot of back and forth. And, of course, we see attack op now.
Yeah.
I do love Jet on this map because when you're attacking, you have so many different angles. With her actual passive in the game gets a lot of use on this thing because you have so many different angles you can go without them knowing. You can get in a nest, actually, from, like, basically A main. Oh, good TP there. Good try.
Be excellently done.
Yep, there it is.
Good attack op.
It's
Looking
one of those
to
things
move
where
more
you
in.
just catch him. It's
It's
peeking.
a little more uncomfortable the closer you get. You kind of want to get back into better angles here. Didn't really check his left side, but
He
he's
is
safe from
going
it.
crazy with the shorty.
Oh,
You
absolutely
got it
ridiculous.
off, man.
Takes a vulnerability, and
He doesn't
the
care,
Viper's
though.
Pit, running all around through maze.
Planning
Already
deep.
can plant through.
Oh, good. Viper's Pit.
Right on top of him, gonna flash, trying to play out of there. Not gonna get a lot.
I think the
Unfortunately, Ellie
flash
does
got
take it down.
eaten by the Viper's Pit.
I think he was trying to flash in the Viper's Pit, so
Well, no,
no,
'cause he was
walk
peeking
out
the
to him.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 3v3. Oh, Nick gets one. Now 32. Oh, got the pit, too. Oh,
Player
that was
standing.
close.
Was very close.
And Milk finishes off with the old Phantom, and now it's 2-2. Good round, though. I think Scorpion should have enough. I think he's trying to give, yeah, say, okay, yo, I have my ult.
Yeah. I don't need extra knives.
I think it's going to put him close to that Viper's Pit. It's always good to kind of have the Viper's Pit on either that B or A and just kind of pop it early. That A site especially, it's really hard to actually get into.
They are so dead.
Shadow with the ult popped. They did lose the op, so that's a lot of eco. But I think they're going to have a kind of a half buy here. I think they're just say Chamber, let's just see how many you can get. Because everyone else has like a Sheriff and we see classics and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. Of course, Zushi has the op now, so you just gave the defenders an op, which is one of those things you never want to do because that's never fun to play.
It's true, and I think that's why there was some more pressure on the Steward of Force coming out.
Yep.
We're going to play aggressive here. Nice little peek. Move straight onto B. Everybody coming in from the same angle here. Going to try to spread out once they get up to Yellow Milk. Already ready for him. Waiting to be pushed out. That
angle.
dash is heard, and they already adjust the angle
Oh,
for
yeah,
it.
I see him.
Quick.
Good ult, too. They're actually committing a lot for this attack for not having guns.
Yeah, and I mean, their ult percentage right now is 100%. They're dropping it pretty fast, which I like to see.
Ooh,
He's
he's
stack
in
of
a
results.
good spot here, though.
Yep, he is in a tight one. This is nice.
Gotta be careful to the
Position.
right of them.
Ooh, Zushi's not gonna be ready for it.
Yep, got
There
one.
it is.
That's okay if he gets traded, though, because you got your one with the shorty.
All the walls
And
up
then
to fight this
crossfire
territory so
for
well.
the Viper's pit, or the Viper's wall. I always hate this. I'm like, what's going on?
Very true.
Oh,
Arctic.
good try. Reloading, though.
Arctic and Shadow gonna
Wow.
go down. He's by
Enemy
seeking
remaining.
tracker to reply.
The Sheriffs!
They're ridiculous. They're so ready.
Ooh, he's lit,
Good
though.
shots there. Tracker was close.
Shock dart.
Faster.
Oh, I don't think he wins it, though.
That's
Yeah.
match.
And I honestly, I'm going to say this right now. I love what Scorpions did right there. They have a chamber ult, and they have like 2 sheriffs. But the thing is, they were feeling good. I think that was one of those things where you feel it out, right? The KOs thought they had an angle, so he's like, I'm going to KO on the site. Let's stop them, and let's take the site. And they won the round because of it. I think a lot of people think too much of like, well, I want to use it for next round.
Right.
Or I want to save it for the next round like that. Or like
No.
something like that. So it feels good that, hey, even though it's an eco, he adapted.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, I'm ulting now, we win this round.
Yeah, and good to be very reactive and dynamic
Exactly.
and ready for what's coming
Yeah.
to them. Especially with that round where you kind of try to bonus weapons as you go, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, they started off with not much in pocket.
Not at all, no. And they
Ooh.
won it with just sheriffs for the most part.
Scorpion strong onto the site here. Look
Yeah,
at all the
say,
sense of
Lynx has a
utility.
lot of ults on their side of the team, though. Chamber used 1.
Already changing to get ready. So he's considering it. Gonna push it out the defensive ult. Oh no, but they saw him
Oh,
fast.
got him,
Replies
though.
fast though. Getting that gun out critically.
Milky's got the ults. No
Sure
Rosa
does.
here today.
Gonna move right around looking for that one. Very defensive all inside. Scorpions are in fact considering moving back around. There's a lot of defense happening in the mid here. A nice crossfire set up in some tricky locations.
Oh,
They
Milk
already
in a
made
really
contact
good
on the E.
spot.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
unfortunate. Just kind of missed those bullets. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, almost had a great
Good
bait
spot.
and switch there.
Yep, it's a good spot, but you know, if you don't hit the bullets,
Yeah.
And everyone it happens. That happens.
Yeah, still a good hidden crossfire setup. Nick gonna be
Yeah, the good ult here. Kind of scared him off.
very defensive with him.
Should
Scared him
go
way
right back
off.
to A.
Look at this. Chamber ready to catch him in mid. Freshly tested territory. They're not ready for a
Sushi gets
close
one.
off. He does, and he backs right up.
30
Gonna let some
seconds
more
left.
come through. Looks like Viper's trying to save the Viper spit here. Not quite in time.
Oh,
No. Doesn't quite get that second one, but they,
But they don't
back
commit
up.
to go
Nope,
across.
they give him some space.
Good
Interesting
smoke,
smoke there.
good smoke.
He decides to play forward. Oh, try to go around, catch him off guard, but they were going to play
Oh
through
my God,
anyways.
there's smoke,
He
there's
doesn't know.
smoke.
He doesn't know they're trying to walk through.
10
Wow,
seconds
and they just
left.
go right through him.
But now he's behind. He's on the chase. Oh, he's so close. They keep just walking barely around.
Oh!
No! And he's giving up his location. He's not ready for the second one.
Oh no.
Spike
They come
planted.
around though. He can't. He's got to give up that avenue. He cannot waste a shot on that dart. Good use there. Arctic
Zushi.
with any noise could play right onto Ellie.
One enemy remaining.
Finds his one.
Yeah,
There it
I mean
is.
they ended up winning it. It was a great flank there, but Zushi definitely was like, wow, is this thing shooting blanks? You guys getting the lag spike? I might need to pause. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Sometimes we all miss. And you know, your teammate picked them up. They said, hey, don't worry, man, we got you.
Done. Yeah. Lynx to find their 3v3. It's a tight back and forth.
Yeah. And yeah, this is definitely a battle. They're going back and forth all the time here. One will get ahead, and the other one says, well, my turn now too. This was a great shot here. And they did a good job of kind of just, you know, playing in spawn, kind of going all over the place. You know, at least making him work for the round. I think that's what matters. Just kind of making him work for what they need, you know, to get. Because, you know, it's one thing to just, like, go flawless and then lose. But it's one thing to, like, really kind of be like, all right, we got plant down. We got 2 left, 3 left. It's not bad. And here comes the classic where they're just going to recon dart close.
Indeed. And I love it.
Maybe. Oh, it looks like they are not worried because it seems like they're not being pushed out enough.
It's fair.
Sometimes Silva's will change it up where they know, okay, they're not pushing out.
He thought about poking just a little bit with the knife. Instead, hangs out some. Looks like Scorpion's going pretty deep. Gonna take the maze path in. He's going off the top. Shadow setting up everything he needs to be successful here. Got the Headhunter on stack. These players are already checking that area out for him deep. Start to get some more utility in
Oh,
from the
wow,
defensive
nice
side.
lineup. Really stops the plan. That's nice.
Really did. He's got to
Is
back
there
off
another
that.
one?
Yeah, Nick takes his one, which means defense is incoming.
Is that the
Speaking
same
which-
spot?
Spike planted.
Oh my gosh,
Got
the
the
spike off,
does.
but
Wow.
wow. Excellently done, V-Spicy. Took so much damage to drop that. He's posted with his Reaver. Ready to sheriff out this corner. Ellie's got to play in for it, Zushi.
He's close, though. They won close.
It's true.
One enemy remaining.
A rough look.
She hits those.
Go for a quick defuse.
4-3 now, and I think, you know, this could be a round where the next round could be a big one.
Someone's got to defuse.
Oh, Jet's taking.
Which is interesting because
Jet
Viper
has ult.
Yeah, but yeah. Wait.
The only person who actually would have
I was gonna say-
benefited it, or not benefited, got the plant.
I don't know why they gave that one up because Viper's pit's critical on this map. Like it's a nice one.
They were probably like, hey,
It's
right
a
here,
little
man,
closer,
and they were
right.
just like, no.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? I want to win the round. So I'll defuse.
That's a good
You never know.
spot.
Who knows?
Who knows? But hey, it doesn't matter. They won the round at the end of the day.
Oh, he just do Among Us. Which,
I know that was saucy, man. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yo,
Here.
watch that guy.
I'm marking him. Watch him do his tasks. I think he's faking it a little bit.
Just tail that guy for sure. Ooh, Milk
Okay.
cheeky angle here. They're ready for it though.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm being
doesn't
honest.
find it.
Milk is not hitting those angles. I mean, he's
not.
getting good angles, but I think it'll ult or something.
And the
it's
problem
not
is
working.
you can't get to that angle ahead of time. It has to be after the
Ellie,
ball
what
drop,
is
so
this?
it's a loud one. Oh, Ellie, alt tabbing. That's some second monitor business. You know the YouTube videos
No,
up.
I think
Wow.
that was off the dome.
Spike planted.
Okay.
Milk has gone crazy. Satcheling himself back down and out.
Yeah, he did go crazy there.
Let's move on. A little bit of a knife twitch.
Okay, Hunter's Fury ripping. Gets one.
Keeps firing. Wow, still doing damage.
Doesn't tag anyone, I don't think, with that one.
They got to move up on the shadow here. I don't think he's got the TPs up.
Oh, the crowd, they both crouched.
Yeah. Eye to eye, shadow takes.
I just wanted, we need a Q&A.
Player standing.
I need to ask these players what, like, I just want to know, I just want to know why, that's all.
You don't crouch after the third bullet?
No. The thing is, they do it off the peak. That's not the thing, they do it off the peak. Their first bullet, they're crouching.
And a team ace, everybody got their one. I'm so proud.
Yeah, that's right. That's when you guys press tab, everyone got their ones. That's how you know you're on a good track. Okay, 4-4 though. This has been a pretty interesting half. It seems like it's always close no matter what. We'll see 4v2s. Next thing you know, it's still kind of close.
Yeah, they keep taking 2 rounds at a time.
That is actually really true. They'll go like, you know, up 2, 1, 2, okay. All right, well, this will be a big round, I think. If, you know, at this point, if anyone can get the momentum for the end of the half, that's always huge. To go up 2 or 3, I think is always a big, you know, step.
Right.
Shadow. Yeah, you can't pull us back yet, buddy.
No, they're stuck.
And there we go.
Ooh. Quick with it.
Oh, Zushi with that off, though. He's playing on top. Oh, Milk gets one as well.
Great response. I
He's
think
close.
because they were slow to move
Yep.
in, Milk got into their cheeky angle position.
Milk hurt me.
Look at him.
He's like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I'll say you can play those angles now,
A
but
little too quick with that kill confirm. Shadow was able to fight back. Nick took one, though. Oh, Shadow. 2 feet away when the bullet was almost in his face.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. It was just funny. Oh, Shadow. That's all.
Oh.
That's it. Okay. They know one's yellow, but they're going on site. Oh my gosh!
A little
Whoa,
bit-
that knife is scary there. You know Zushi hasn't left yet.
Yeah, a little bit trapped here.
That was one of those things like he like jumped off the top and like, oh, he's gone. You know they,
Yep.
even though they know that, you know, he's probably still there, but right now they're just looking for their kills.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of mid pressure here.
Yeah.
They can't really back up.
oh, Spicy gets one
30
though.
seconds
That's
left.
good. And that was a critical one. Like, you could be walking
Yeah,
A now. In
and-
fact, it gets Viper all the way off of mid.
He
They
has
have
his
to hold A now.
TP, but they don't have a flank for it.
true.
Spicy is gonna probably be really careful with this peak here.
Being methodical.
Revealing area.
Cutting noise. Moves in.
Oh, he's yeah, so he's watching the angle. That's just when you have to run sprint. That's that was a smart play by
fast.
Zuchi because it was hard to see where his like line of sight was.
Right.
But he was playing only for where you have to plant the bomb. So that's smart. I mean, you have to go into his line of the vision.
Right.
That's where it's good to like hold an angle like that.
Yeah, really good understanding of the win con.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
they're on my clock. They've got to put it here.
Yeah, there's 8 seconds left in the round. He has to sprint towards it, and I'm just gonna hold that angle.
Yeah,
Because the dart didn't see him either.
Yeah.
But if you do shoot the dart higher, I think maybe. But I mean, that's getting into like the small things.
No, I think he did well. And the thing is, if you put the dart where not a lot of LOS
Yeah,
can
yeah,
get
exactly.
to it, then he can rule out more positions.
Yeah, it was a hard one, and I think what it's now 5-4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
5-4. So I mean, this point, this is where they need to kind of get the round going in terms of, this is a point that you can have to get the momentum to your favor. If you get to 7, if it's like, 7-5, that's still big for you, either attack or defense. You know what kind of these teams these guys are. But I think the Sova's doing a great job in terms of, making some, at least, things happen. But I think we need a little bit more, maybe, like, confidence. I think Shadow is playing a little bit of mid, but he's TPing so fast. I think at this point, you just kind of hold it for a couple seconds, try to play that chamber a little bit more, those aggressive angles, not just the first angle mid.
Right.
Because, they have to deal with it now. And the thing about that happens on Icebox is, you're going to be playing against a Viper, but the thing is, that's the only set of smokes. So that op can actually go crazy unless they get walled specifically for the op.
Yeah, but you talk about aggressive angles, and I think Milk. That's it. That's the idea. Like, Milk just keeps moving right in on there and keeps getting punished for it.
Well,
I feel like
I think Milk. I'm like, did he just get drink some milk? Or like,
no, the player
I know,
holding
I know.
ridiculous angles.
But I just think stopping.
Look at this almost 5v5 fight here. Wow.
That
Milk
was
and Nick
fast.
just taking turns. B Spicy's got a reply to find there too.
Oh my gosh, Sonic 3
so
just
much
happened.
cost.
Holy moly.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
What a firefight.
he's stealing the kill, man.
So hard to watch.
That's messed up.
Shadow looking for it. Not going to happen.
He's like, I got my one, you.
Being hunted
Oh,
here. No,
no.
on the drop. The timing was all wrong.
Uh-oh.
And the nade to push him right out of there.
Okay, he's good, though.
Only barely.
Oh, no. Oh, the crouch.
Wow. I was going to say, he may be okay health-wise,
I mean,
but
this
he's
is
stuck
like
in the
actually
corner.
genuinely winnable.
Crazy. He has potential. Just everything on Shadow here.
Nick got him. That round started so fast at 150%.
Yes.
And then went down to 25 within 10 seconds.
No, we need to see a slow-mo.
It looked normal place. That's a normal round.
Yeah. No, we
You go
needed
slow-mo, and then after the certain point, you have to speed it up.
we needed a flyover cam being right above it all, and the lasers that show people's like line of sight
Yeah, exactly.
at about half speed.
That's
and
right.
We probably could analyze that.
That is right. Okay. Well, 6-4, that's what I was saying that the Lynx kind of need here.
It is.
You
What
want
they
to
need is
play?
that off.
Okay, here comes the tour de force.
We are seeing some sheriffs come out. It's going to be
No,
long
that
on the
means,
west
you know
here.
what? Okay, Milk gets one right away, though. Shadow, unfortunate there.
It is.
Shadow's definitely getting the unfortunate end of the stick here.
Caution
It
here.
really.
Caution here.
Okay, up top. Oh, yeah,
Jets
Milky's
grounded.
was ready for that.
Ready
He
for
read
it.
that, yeah, so he
Oh,
read
they
that.
pinged it several times too.
It's a great shot, man.
Arctic
Okay.
coming around the side here. Looking for a little
Yeah,
bit
I'm
off
just waiting out
suppression,
the... Oh, my gosh.
but wow,
He
Spicy,
won
a
at the
good
Spectre,
reply.
too.
A beautiful
Ooh.
crossfire. Even if he hadn't, Arctic was ready. Speaking of being ready, all these angles out. Gonna try to fight back onto
It's a
Ellie.
2v2, and I mean, if you go up 7, that's what I was saying earlier,
remaining.
yeah.
Ellie, I was gonna say
Spike
just needs to
down
stall
A.
while Milk moves around, but he's Spicy. Off
And
guard by Nick.
the thing is, though, is they're only losing one.
Right.
So their eco is staying
round
basically
before the
untouched. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways, it's the last round, but he wants both these. Yeah, yep. Keep going.
Walk it all the way down.
Okay. No, you got it.
That's a good place for the off. It's safe there.
He goes, I'm done with this. Okay, I'll say. That makes sense. Oh, wouldn't you just keep the Vandal then a day if you're doing this?
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I was not ready for that. Hey, now you have double op potential, right? Maybe that was the move.
Hey, that's what he put it there for the teammates too in the cache.
What a homies.
That's a cache for the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my eco is your eco.
We have Viper Spit available, but we also have the Showstopper available. So I think the biggest thing here for Lynx is you try to make sure that you hold that Showstopper for that trade. If you can somehow trade the Showstopper for the ult, okay. Jushi's going crazy with this operator, and I'm blaming Scorpions for that.
Yeah.
They bought it first.
He still has it. Nobody else has that ult.
Spike
Or that
down
op.
B.
I know. Milk gets 2 a while. Milk is definitely doing quite well this game as well.
They are. And that's an unfortunate position for the Scorpions now. Like, they don't have a lot of options.
Yeah.
The spike is deep in B, and they do not have the right 2 people sending it after.
One
They already
enemy
have one on their
remaining.
tail as well. Timer is ticking. They've got to move up into this.
Go get him.
Oh, wow. A little bit of
Milky's.
I didn't know you could do that, Cam.
Cleaning things out.
Okay, 1v5. You do have Viper Spit, though, so it's kind of winnable if you think about it. Okay, there. Boom.
A quick one.
Okay.
Well done. That does give
30
up a lot of
seconds
information, though,
left.
so it looks like we're going to see him move in through this B
Oh,
hallway, kind of give
I
up.
like this play.
That is a good
He's not
one.
ready for this.
No. No, they're not. They're going to keep
Oh,
checking
Ellie
low.
is, though.
Oh, Ellie was so
Ellie,
ready.
yeah. She's like, well, I'm Viper, but
Everybody,
I'm here.
everywhere.
Okay, we said 7-5
Switching
earlier, but they won up us at 8-4.
Yeah, I like it.
They can't let casters be right, man.
No, they can't. It's the one and only job.
Like, all right. Okay, so 8-4 here. We just saw, kind of the defense versus the attack here, but now it's obviously swapped. Milk doing pretty well. We did see that, it is attacking now, but if Zushi does get an op, he seems to be quite the force with that. That is not a pun. But, I think he does a pretty good job. And now, I do want to see kind of the entries. That's always kind of gets me figured out is, how is the Rays get entry? Are they just satchel, or are they actually having like good entry moments where they're making space?
Right. Another one, thinking about the win con here, are you getting highlight reel? Are you just trying to be fast, catch him off guard? Or is this meticulous gameplay?
Trackers. Oh.
Tracker's going to get some value out of that knife there.
Does a
Gonna try to
nade.
move up. Lots of hops.
It's interesting to see these ghost buys for these jets. It's like such a common thing to go sheriff, but I mean, I think they're getting a lot of value out of the smoke. So, how do they say that? Okay, fake dash. They don't know if they're still there though.
Interesting.
Wow, these guys have lineups everywhere, man. Okay. Oh,
Nick caught
nice.
with the decay was the
Down
problem.
B.
Okay,
Nick brought so
Sushi
much
gets
action.
2. It's now 2v2 again. He's lit. Sushi's also lit though.
Playing onto him
Oh
well.
my gosh.
He's not in a great position.
Okay, so it's 2v2 and they have like essentially the exact same scenario, but opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, good TP.
And they've got
Oh,
time.
I think he faked it though.
Ooh, I think he did too. But what does that really get him? Because they're still
Yeah, but
gonna
I
watch
don't think
that
he knows
angle.
he's there.
He's still watching it. He's going back and forth. If he times it right, though, he could be closer
Okay.
than they're ready.
Ellie has spike. I think there's just sprint A. But the thing is, Zushi's still stuck.
It's true.
Oh, he's not looking though.
30 seconds left.
Oh, this is such a crazy game of like just 4D chess.
With multiverse time
Oh, he's
travel.
not even looking.
No.
Oh, he's here. He's here. Yep.
If he moves forward and catches one, that would shove the pressure
Last
over, and
player
you may see a
standing.
I
rotate.
think-
There it is.
Yeah.
We're not exactly sure.
Uh-oh, but
But
Shadow.
wants to run here.
10
Shadow's
seconds
ready for
left.
it, but if she gets the plant,
Spike planted.
Oh.
this is a rough one. It's a time game. Zushi's already on spike. There it is. Wow, I didn't think he was going to play that well, but Zushi did excellently.
He's
Take that
feeling
fourth
good.
one. He's got to be.
I think he wants the top frag because I mean, what's it called? E had it for a while there, and now he's like, oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
So, and of course, you can always check out Vitamin Shop. It has everything a gamer could need. If you scan the QR code right there on the screen, you can check out their latest products. So make sure you check that out. And they are a great sponsor of Esports Tower. So just kind of
Let's
QR
go.
code that thing whenever you get the chance. 9-4 here. Good try. I mean, it's a good try. Obviously, it's no op, so they can play an angle to actually headshot. But here comes into force, I'm pretty sure. I think the Scorpions did force. They know it's kind of 9-4. If they lose this one, it's kind of hard, but
Yeah. And because of that, they got a little bit of a pace change. Moving straight in here.
oh, Arctic gets one though with the Stinger.
He does. They've already got
Okay, so
everyone
they
moved
got a
over.
fast lineup because that. That's crazy. There's so many lineups going everywhere.
They are. I mean, it's an established
One
map.
for one now though. We're too busy looking at the snake bites.
It happened.
Oh wow.
Another good one. Just those borderline one-ways.
Nick is just sitting here, just
crazy.
literally not planning or anything, but he's just going around a world here and just going to everyone.
It's like he's playing whack-a-mole.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
I'll clean up.
Okay, Nick, we see you too. Relax. We're watching you too. He's like, yo, Zushi and these guys? No.
No.
That's me.
You trying to give away my top frag?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Well.
Nick's feeling good.
Okay, 10-4. That kind of sucks for Scorpions because they are actually quite poor on credits. They forced last round with Stingers, but that's so you know they're like zeros.
Right. That is a rough one, too, because Lynx, they just have to play this correctly.
Yep.
Just have to not make any big mistakes.
He's going crazy,
And
though.
they can move into a great 11. Oh, he's going absolutely ridiculous.
Good
Whoa.
try.
Not quite one.
Uh-oh.
Looking
Yeah.
for- Oh, that's
When
impressive.
he
Out
gets
there,
stuck on the dash, that sucks.
just drowned right there.
Okay.
Nick.
Yep, and this is going to
play
be hard
up
to
with
play
it.
against now.
Yeah, because you give up so much potential position when you catch that first blood that was aggressive onto you. You know there's a vacuum for space there.
Yep, just Ellie gets one. Arctic
One enemy remaining.
Ellie with the lineup.
Milky's
Caution
gets
here.
in there too. Oh my gosh.
And
Okay.
it's a quick one.
Well, they did. I think most of Scorpions actually saved that round, so they will
Yes.
be by this next round. It is 11-4. If there's a time to bring it back, it's right now.
It's a light buy, though. Like, Scorpions have to play this really well.
Yeah, but I think that's the only way. They'd play Overwhelm like a lot. Like, they do something crazy here.
That's true.
But, I mean, Lynx are playing pretty well, so I think it's really not... It's kind of hard to play against, for sure.
It's true. Yeah, because the Lynx have so many creds now. If they play this right, Scorpions are not looking good last round.
Yeah.
Or last round potential, really.
All right, well, we'll see here. Shadow kind of playing aggressive here in the mid.
A big mid push for sure, and it
Well, they
looks
have
like
3 of them mid. Holy.
yeah, defense is always ready for what the attack
Yeah.
is. Like they read pressure well.
It's Lynx are usually are just winning the gunfights at the end of the day, right?
Tracker and Arctic gonna
good free
hold
fire,
back a
but-
little bit, let them take this space, go in for
Oh,
a
Nick.
re-hit.
Nick is
Wow.
a demon on this Spectre, man.
ridiculous.
He's
He's
going
keeping on
crazy
most
with this
guns.
thing. Yeah, that is true. But the Spectre, he's gotten like 7 kills with.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Tracker to find Nick. That's an important
that's an
one.
interesting way to die.
Tracker keeps moving up.
Yep.
A good position here to be for that Marshall if these walls weren't up. One goes down.
Out of charges.
Defense still holding this spot so well, but attack is on. They're gonna try to catch him off the mid.
Oh,
no.
that's a utility.
So close to the util.
Oh, they
Still
got-
finds
still
it,
got
and
it, yeah.
that was the spike
Spike
carrier.
down. Attacker spawn.
He's still grabbing and keep
One
running.
enemy
It's
remaining.
open season though. So close.
Oh my goodness. Zushi, wow, that was a great shot.
He just needs 2
He
more.
can win this for sure.
Yeah, by kill. He's hungry for it.
Good
Finds one
spot.
so fast. What does he do? Does he go for it? He's got either sight at
Oh,
his
he's egoing
disposal.
this.
He
He's
can
feeling
play
good. He's
straight
feeling
for
good.
it. Oh, the eagle push. He's ready.
He
gets the dink
to the wall. Oh my.
So close. An Arctic, 22 health left and almost no toxin.
You know that's a gasp.
Ugh.
That's like a man like that was through the wall. Oh man. That was a great try from Zushi though. He is definitely picking it up.
He really went ego for this one. Tried to get the
Like
4K. So close. Arctic, 22 health again.
All right, well 11-5 here. That's the start. That's something.
It really changes the econ too. I
Yeah.
mean, not a lot of people walked away with a good gun.
Yeah,
Like, we only had 1 alive.
Also, the unfortunate part, the Scorpions had 1 alive, and
Right.
their eco is definitely in
You want
shambles.
to play?
It's a rough
Let's
position to be in.
play.
They're doing better after 1 win, but it's not a huge up. Ooh, they're
And then
walking
they have
onto a
the
relatively
Tudor Force now as well.
open territory. In fact, they just had 1 rotate off E as their last chance to hold this one down. Looks like it's going to be a retake. E might try to go aggro here and get caught. No, looks like they're
Spike
holding their
planted.
positions well, which is good. Scorpions have all teamed back up and are ready to push here. All the snake bites are coming out, but it's already been planted. Oh, E just catches him off guard, looking for another
Oh,
one, but
okay,
he
there
can't
you go.
quite
Wow.
place it. Finally finds it.
Okay, this is going crazy into Scorpion's favor here.
Yeah, playing very aggressive here.
I don't think
Chamber
lineups
low
though.
on
They have
health.
lineups. It's crazy. It's just like it
Last
seems like she's in
player
a spot. Yeah,
standing.
she's in a spot where she couldn't really.
Zushi just looking for one. Oh, so close. The TP though, nice and close. They're ready
Oh
for it,
my
but not ready
gosh,
enough.
They
He
haven't
finds
tapped
one.
it though.
One enemy
Oh
remaining.
wait, no, they
So
didn't tap
quick.
for anything the whole time.
Zushi's so ready. Shadow has
Oh,
no good
He
options.
doesn't have time. It's not halved. Yeah. Oh. Scorpions had that too, but it was one of those things where no one really kind of took the lead in terms
Right.
of
Match
tapping the
point.
bomb.
Yes.
Or at least getting to half, because they were running them down.
You get the half and the threat is stronger.
Yeah,
Because now
exactly, yeah,
if they do tap,
yeah.
it means more.
But I mean, the thing that kind of sucks is kept running into them. Okay, they're going to time it out. Yep. It's fair.
Yeah, a good place to. I mean, if you're gonna use it ever, it's gotta be eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like
I mean,
let's be honest. If you don't really pull it together on this one,
that's true. That's true.
That's the
I
end of
mean,
it.
it's always good to. Maybe it's one of those things where they're not the best at using timeouts correctly, so you're just kind of using it to get it going.
it's
still.
important to use it eventually. Like,
That's true.
It's mature to say, all right, we haven't used it yet. We should probably go
Yeah.
for a good timeout,
I mean,
especially considering the pace that we're at.
One's greater than 0.
Yeah, that's true. By a lot. What do you think their econ is like right now, moving out of that round?
I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
They forced like Guardians, Specters. I think
did.
maybe saw a Stinger in there.
I was
like,
gonna say we're lucky. We
yeah. So I mean, but the thing is, they've lost so many in a row. So you never know on how much they're actually going to do.
That's true. You do
this-
get that boost from the
yeah.
several lose streak, so hopefully you know, we don't just see a massive anti-eco push.
I mean, I think the biggest thing here is Zushi's going crazy. Nick is also turned it up. I mean, Milk played really well in the first half, but I think the Zushi and Nick combo in the second half has been pretty much overtaking it.
No, we have some hot players right now really going in for it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can see another IGL really step up, but this is kind of an all-out round, right? Match point threat. Scorpions have some good ults to be using here, especially considering that Hunter's Fury kind of negates any big push on that.
Oh, they do have multiple Phantoms. And then you have... Ooh, I love to see E use the knives, though.
Yep, has the marshal
small
out.
little thing, but...
Kind of taunting the knives.
Showstopper available. I think Milk... I can see Milky's going a little crazy for
Hunter's
this.
Fury before the plant.
Yeah.
Oh, during plant. Yep, no, I predicted
no,
that
we're
one.
good.
That makes
Wow,
sense.
they got one, though. It's a 2-5.
In fact, Spike is down. They got the
He
planter.
did use the knives.
A good call, but it really commits you to the site. They were pretty deep in, though.
Oh, he's missing those easy ones.
Just can't find it. Oh, there it is.
There
That's
it
an
is.
easy one.
2v2, though. And they do have the Viper Spit.
Beautifully done.
Oh. Ellie.
Oh,
Okay,
Ellie.
there we go, there we go.
Really.
Oh
a lot of
my
work.
gosh. Whoa. And
Attackers win.
yeah, Lynx take it. 13-5, so great game. And of course, want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure, and if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. So thank you, Esports Tower, for that. And of course, we go back to our usuals, our ICCU player of the game. I would say last game, my pick was probably Zushi at the very end there.
Okay.
Zushi did pretty well there. I think the game 2 was probably Clids on that KO.
Clids did some
Clids
crazy
did
stuff.
some crazy stuff. I mean, he had entries every single time. No matter what you saw, you always saw Clids kill. More than likely, it was 2 of them. And so I think that is pretty special. And then, of course, that first game, Delete, I would say, or Hidden. Those 2 are probably my go-tos. But I think in terms of like how the greatest impact, my guess is either, I think, Clids from game 2 or Zushi the last game.
Or not even just necessarily greatest impact. I mean, it comes naturally, but the craziest kills.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, I think just like, you know, when you get that many kills in a game, even though it's a stomp, like, you are definitely making a difference. There's so many times we saw Zushi at the very end there just turn it around. And we're going to see...
Arctic.
Oh, yeah, he had...
a good call.
Honestly, that's true. I mean, I will say sometimes the Sentinel players don't get enough, I guess, spotlight.
Yeah.
And he definitely went crazy on he had a lot of impact kills. I think in terms of player of the game, he definitely had the most impact kills. He had so many defenses where it was 1v3, 1v4, and he gets 1 or 2, and that's huge.
And you talk about good impact, about just being consistent. I mean, he set up on that site every single time with all the utility and really made a difference with it.
Yep, and the player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve success. Arctic, I don't know how to say that. Arctic is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game, and well-deserved. I think he did a great job. Great impact on the Killjoy. Like I said, holding it down is so impressive, because sometimes you're like, oh, well, that's what he's supposed to do. But getting 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 even is insane. I think you're doing more than your job right there. Do you have any closing thoughts here, Greg, as we kind of had our first day back in the old Esports Tower?
I think I have a little announcement.
Yeah.
Prestige is publicly confirmed to be working pretty closely with Boise State Esports
True.
now.
Yeah, so I think that'll be next fall. So that's another Esports Tower recruiter kind of coming in. So that's cool to see. We love seeing these guys go to college. The next thing to be on. And, of course, what a great round 5 and 6 in our Esports Tower Summer Invitational. While both games featuring some fantastic players from all the teams. The Vipers are the end of the group stage as our top team went undefeated. It'll be the number 1 seed heading into the bracket stage next week. Make sure to join us next Monday at 6 p.m. EST to our first semifinals of our Esports Tower Summer Invitational. And, of course, we'll close out like always with our top 5 presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20K bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Thank you so much for watching tonight, and we'll see you guys next Monday. You don't have to worry about the trip.
They open up that cage a few times, though. Spicy.
Okay. Good retake here.
Nice.
KJ and KO, so you're double silenced. And Prestige's just going in.
He's forced to.
Oh,
the defender
so
killjoy is
close.
down.
Arctic
Is there. Send out a little bit more denials and move into the site. They've got to be quick this time, and they know it. Milk, a good response to this one. Wow, that flash really got them.
good flash.
Yeah, they just seem too fast. Pop flash could be good.
good. Yeah,
Bottom on a beautiful little
because your
pitch there.
teammate has your right side, so if you just do that, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Dare I say, milk him right out of there.
But like, I mean, I think that's what we're kind of leading up to this entire half is that Lynx's retakes were really good, and I don't think the score was reflecting that.
That's right.
And the last 2 rounds, they really just did well. They executed.
Yep.
And I think they had the right thought the entire time, but it was just the execution, right? So they had really good, you can tell their communication's good because they're setting these things up. They're being patient. And I think the biggest thing here is how they're going to attack, right?
Yep. Yeah, and tell me what you think, but I feel like a good retake kind of corresponds to or can lead to show a good attack
Yeah,
skill.
because I mean, it's essentially the same
taking the
thing,
site.
right? You're taking the site from when people are already on it.
Yeah,
so.
it could be from different directions,
Yep.
but ideally you have a big swarming pinch setup anyways.
Absolutely.
So I'd love to see this score be upset.
Yeah, and I think it's going to really depend on this pistol round. Pistol rounds are really big
They
deals.
can
at
snowball
sometimes.
kind of those first 3 rounds.
Especially this game right here. If Lynx wins pistol round, that's the first step they need to win